duo, and I'll say something in a triplet about the bear. I outran a bear the other day, and it was a good time. What else did I do? Yeah, I outran a bear, and then I posted about it. Oh.
He outran a bear, and then he decided he was done with running, so he turned around and fought it with his bare hands and bare hands. Yes, Scott actually grew bare hands. It happened really suddenly in the night, and then he fought a bear with his bare hands.
Bare hands. I'm always perfect. AKA, it's impossible to correct me. Therefore,
Why do you keep turning this fan off?
You said it didn't matter, and I still said, I don't want it in the background when I'm recording anyway. Not for the audio, but for me.
What?
I didn't want it, and then I forgot to turn it back. I specifically said, Scott, turn that back on when you're done, and I forgot. I'm sorry, John. No, Kung Fu Fenris, come on. I did not. I don't think any of us have.
Marathon?
Maybe.
No.
A gay club marathon.
No.
I don't think any of us have done any of those things.
I've
Is
not
that
done
like
marathon.
is that like going to a series of clubs?
Yes,
Oh,
I would assume.
like a pub crawl.
Yeah, but
Like
a gay club crawl.
A club.
Oh,
Yeah.
Say that 10 times fast.
No.
Club crawl, club crawl, club crawl, club crawl.
Hang on. I didn't-
I'm a bad clubber.
Yeah, because you don't go.
I have not there was a time where my friend group, which was not you, dragged me to a couple of clubs, and I hated it. I despised it. Now, part of it was because I was like getting over a relationship that didn't end well.
Okay.
And they were like, yeah, come on. And then they'd all be like, okay, so we're getting down and dancing and drinking, and I don't drink. So that was part of it out. And then it was like, okay, so go off and dance with people, and I don't like dancing with randos.
Yeah. Yeah, that would, yeah.
So if someone's asking you to do something that you aren't comumfortable doing, is there a way that you might be able to communicate it? Am I way too soon for the
You're
segue?
way too fucking soon for the
But it was
segue.
like the segue!
It doesn't, because I was finishing my story.
Finish
and now
your
I can't.
story, finish your
Nah,
story.
story's dead.
I thought
now.
that was it.
Story's dead.
Can we hear it after stream? Or on break?
Story's fucking dead.
Guess not.
I will finish the story. Then the problem was that it was a group of friends, and then somebody who was there with us was like, okay, so you're not dancing and I'm not dancing, so I guess we should dance together. And that was like the biggest turnoff in the entire world.
Oh.
Because it was just like, well, I guess we're both pathetic, so we should hook up. And I'm like, nope.
Oh.
Nope.
Yeah, no.
Nope.
As an eternal optimist, I assumed that was going in a much different direction, where it was like, well, I guess we should dance together.
I thought it was like how
And we
Aragorn and I have an agreement that if we're both unmarried at the age of 40, we'll marry each other. It's that same thing. It's just an understanding.
Erwin and I have that understanding.
Is it at 39? Because if it is, I swear to God.
No, I'm
thought
younger than
technically
you, so
Liz
you
and
got
I
more
have
time.
one different 40 as
you
well.
do actually.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, but
shit.
you're not 40 yet. We're okay. John, we need to hurry up.
Step on it. Step on it, Wanda.
Time is clicking.
I have one with Splooey, but that doesn't affect anybody else at the table, obviously.
May I ask, how's my mic sounding now? Just because there was a mention of it sounded like maybe I was being picked up by someone else. So I'm just talking for a bit, just until we get into the segue.
Choo choo.
If somebody.
You really shouldn't pay attention
And
to
I'm not
the-
looking. It was someone who commented on here.
Yeah, on chat.
Now I'm talking as Troyan. I sound like I'm in a box.
Gross.
Okay. Well, okay. All right. That's enough. Liz. I sound like I'm in a box, but I'm audible and.
Interesting.
Does Liz sound different from other people?
Hello. This is me as Troyan. Oh,
Sweet.
great.
Exclamation
Thank you,
point.
everyone.
Love that.
for- Oh,
No, wait, what? Hello, Autumn. Welcome.
hi.
If you are the Autumn, that
Now
we've
it's
seen on
better.
server-
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for hammering that home. Appreciate it.
Twit of the best.
Future
Yeah, I'm
Liz
not-
listening to the VOD appreciate.
I'm narrowing my eyes at the phrasing, Aragwen, but yeah, totally. If it fixed it, it fixed it. Just it's the yeah. Are we still doing phrasing?
Hashtag phrasing.
Hashtag phrasing. Hashtag
Welcome,
happy.
Autumn.
Hello to everyone. Yeah, it's good point there.
it's tough sometimes because we're not live monitoring the audio, so we rely on you to use your word holes to let us know what the hell is happening, and so therefore word holes and segues. This is what happens when my stories get fucked.
100%, I'd say.
It genuinely sounded like you had ended your
But
thought.
it's my turn to do the goddamn
Sorry.
Anyway, cards. We have them, you don't. You'll find out what you can do later, but we have cards to keep ourselves safe and play to our maximum when we also want to make sure that we take care of ourselves mentally. The play card, otherwise known as the green card, means if I'm showing this, I'm fine. Even if I don't look like I'm fine, I am fine, and you can count on that. The pause card of the yellow card says, what I need all of you to stop, pay attention to me. I have something to say. Once I put the card down, play can continue. But the stop card, or the red card, means I'm no longer okay. I cannot keep playing as of right now. Because we're on a stream, we'll likely go to a Be Right Back screen, and we will discuss until everybody at the table is ready to continue playing. Now, you don't have cards. This is true. But what you do have are options. You can always go into chat and let people know. If you put it in chat, we'll see it. If you whisper RPG Clinic, we'll see it. You can also whisper one of our mods. Right now we have Kung Fu Fenris, Bleeds the Light Invincible, and Aragorn, she who knows 10,000 things. And you can let them know what's going on. But if, honestly, your best option might be, even if it's not the one that we want for you, but it might be the best one, is you might have to leave stream and chat. We don't want to see you go, but we do want you to take care of yourself.
100%.
Thank you.
And thank you, John.
The concept of audio is something where I am like always like one step away from yellow carding.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
Just can't stand when the audio doesn't work because it's like
Crucial.
I can't fix it myself. I mean, I guess technically we could have like headphones hooked up to something so that we could live monitor, but like they'd have to be really good headphones, and I don't really want to.
I mean, yeah. Do we also want that responsibility to fall to someone in amongst all of the other responsibilities we already have, right? Despite the fact that it would potentially solve problems.
I mean, technically, I guess I could just always have headphones on and just only hear you through your microphones.
You could.
You could. It would.
So what
Part of
you're
the
saying is,
It would be a.
What are we
It would be a
saying?
look. A look.
And then I just have the like fucking.
Yeah.
Yes,
Be like-
there.
I'm like spinning my players.
Eric
Gwen?
Gwen
Nice.
in the chat. Yeah. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Right there.
Hey, man. I'm not gonna. Yeah.
so
The woo on certain rap tracks is like my favorite thing, and I want to. I'm not gonna do it right
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
but
yeah.
yes, that's my favorite thing.
Scott, do you want to be part of a like an EDM track where it's just like one thing that you said?
Yeah.
Well, Scott is, for some reason, he's becoming really famous for his bro voice
Oh
on
yeah.
things. Like it started
Nice
as Will and LARPs, but
Oh,
then
3
like
times, yeah, I
since
guess.
then he's gotten at least 2 commercial gigs and 1 video game gig from doing like bro stuff.
Bro energy, which is
Bro
odd, 'cause,
energy.
like I'm not. I mean, you all know me out there. I don't think I have to convince anyone that I'm not
Do you want
the
to get
guy.
a sample?
I
of
think
your
that's why
bro?
it's so
Yeah.
good.
Here comes the eggs, Benny. Blah, 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 blah.
So good.
Etc.
Those woos will spell.
spot tonight.
They
I
saw.
hope I
They
did.
all saw the end of LARP season 2, episode 4, whichever one it is, where you're owning Arthur at video games.
Ah,
and,
yes. 2, I think.
growing
right?
it out.
2. Yeah.
That's 2
Yeah.
2.
2-2.
That.
We did not shoot them in order, so my brain does not have them that way.
Kate has never seen LARPs.
Never.
Well, I don't. Try like big broner energy. I'm not sure. Or bronergy for that matter.
I like it.
But Spoolie, we're still on for 40, right? Yeah. We'll confirm.
Speaking
later.
of big broner energy, have you spent experience? So let's find out which one of you has
Biggest
the biggest experience.
Broner.
broner.
Drei, zwei, ein.
Hey! Yes, and in fact, I feel like this is quite appropriate. I spent my experience on something that has a big Broner energy. I bought a gift. Ooh, it's a Theurge gift. We've all heard about it. It's called Mother's Touch. Mother's Touch is a healing gift, essentially.
A guft.
A gift.
I didn't know you had actually purchased it. I thought we were just joking about you. You should get it. Nope.
Well, no,
You listened.
I did listen. It's come up enough in game where it's like, oh man, geez, we are hurt.
So
Yeah.
why don't you tell people what Mother's Touch does?
I will. So Mother's Touch is a gift that allows you to spend a willpower, make a roll. Your successes allow you to heal superficial damage from someone. If you exceed their rage, their current rage, you may instead heal a level of aggravated damage. Maybe there was something about Mother touching
cost?
yourself. 1 willpower.
You
What was-
can't Mother's Touch yourself.
Correct.
Mother touching herself. Surely there's a better way to.
Touch of Bliss will release yourself. Mother's Touch yourself. Yeah.
Yes, if I remember correctly.
So what is happening? What is happening in chat right now? I'm not gonna kiss the boo-boos.
What does
to
an
enact the
Aragorn
gift.
riot look like? I'd like to know. What was that?
A little gnome-like character raging.
Under like a glass cloche?
Yeah.
Yes, it specifically says this gift may not heal the user,
Okay. Cool.
spirits, or the undead.
Right. So obviously, what's going to happen? I'm warning everyone right now. I will be the first to die, and then I won't be able to heal you because I'll be dead.
We'll be
Also,
stuck in the
it's
Umbra
a bear
and
spirit who grants this gift.
Oh, it really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then that
It's
is
being
quite
chased by a bear.
convenient. Then isn't it? Yes. Yeah, Asta's correct as well. I realize I was.
She
also
just gets
downhill
quiet
skiing.
and pouts and holds in her emotions.
So it's like your emotions are the gnome under the glass cloche, and then it's pummeling on the glass to escape.
I love the word cloche, though.
Yeah,
I'm a big
I
fan.
agree. It's a
I'm
good.
trying to think of what one of my riots would look like.
She does.
Cut to John in the parking lot taking a crowbar to like an old. I don't know. An
I
old
thought you
picture
were
or
going to say
something.
I cut to John in the parking lot taking a crap.
Do you often take
just so angry.
where else?
Where else?
Jumping into a parking lot? Like, what?
Parking garages tend to have
never.
sewer grates you can open up
Oh.
straight to the sewer system.
Oh.
I'll stand in the corner and vibrate.
Oh.
Love it.
I like to think that one of my riots is just like imagine Dragula playing.
Okay.
It's just me bottling it up and just going.
Do we get an eye twitch?
It's just echoing in my head. No, there's
Okay.
no eye twitching.
No.
Eye twitching would imply that I'm letting other people know.
It's just in your head. Yikes.
It's
But we hope to never
Not nice.
see it, hear it.
It's what?
that's not nice.
Well, unfortunately, I'm feeling a lot of internalized issues. Apparently, and that's funny. I don't know why.
Yes. I don't really.
No, actually, I know exactly what I do when I riot.
Okay.
I clean.
Oh shit! Nice. Yeah, there you go.
I get so upset, and I'm like, I'm not gonna. If I sit here and do nothing, I'm just gonna be angry. So I get up and I just start aggressively cleaning. It's like me trying to make something out of it, except that what I should be doing is processing what's making me angry.
Right.
And instead, I'm processing Lysol.
It can be cathartic, though. Cleaning, I mean. It can be cathartic. Says me. Anyway. Hey, awesome! Thank you. Love that.
Yeah. So congratulations on buying Daddy's Touch.
Thank you. I will perhaps be calling it Daddy's Touch. Flower of August, would you like to do a retroactive guess as to XP spending? I feel like maybe you've already heard enough to make a good guess, but we'll see.
Or should we just get on with the recap?
Yeah, it's
I was
probably
gonna say, speaking of cleaning,
Dusk told the pack of the misery stolen moons leave in their wake, and that certain spirits may be able to track those feelings. To the moon revealed feelings too, asking Troyan and Macris why the other guru were so complacent, but then was unable to speak further. Dante discovered something similar. Thinking Engine's logic created an error loop, which was pieced together into an image of the Stargazer sigil. The whole pack entered the Umbra, and a pattern spider offered its aid in tracking Psychomachia. It also sensed the same complacency in the island's Guru, naming it a virus, and that few were unaffected. Only newer Guru and Cleaves the Lie. The pack found the old Philodox deep in Hirano, and he admitted to being of the Stargazers after all.
Just buying stock. Costco. No.
Costco.
Can you imagine? I just did that real quick.
Guys,
Well, then my brain was
Go
like,
on.
oh, like soup stock, like broth. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. There
That
must
would
have been
make more
a sale.
sense for me.
Gonna be
I would be buying vegan stock real quick before I forget.
I was like, what? And then you said Costco, and it all made sense to me.
No.
Sorry.
No, it's perfect. Oh god.
Good point, That's a good point.
What?
Cleaves the Lie's pack mates presumably didn't know,
Yeah.
but maybe they did. I don't
Maybe
know.
they did.
They didn't seem like a pack that really like shares their feelings much.
That's, that's a fair
Didn't
play,
seem that
actually,
they
yeah.
were
not a lot
up
of
on-
feeling sharing going on over there.
Oh, yeah? Yeah. In what state did you leave that room in Downstream?
I would say, I would say it was
Shambles?
a little disheveled.
Feelings were expressed very thoroughly
That's
in that
right.
room.
And then again,
Feelings might have been expressed in some ways, but thoughts? Details?
No, probably not. Hey, what's up, y'all?
Isn't it Father Wolf? Bardic Lydia?
Mm.
In Forsaken? Moonwolf gender is like
It's a
Yeah.
construct, yeah. That's good, actually.
I believe if I don't miss my guess, I'm gonna embarrass myself. I think that's the Ragabash equivalent in Forsaken.
Mm. Nice.
They're genderless and oscillate with the teller of the story.
I mean,
That's fair.
the various languages of the world can't agree on the gender of most objects when they have like genders for objects. So
So true.
yeah, like I've given up because of it. I'm like, nope, no one can agree.
Yeah.
Gender is a construct.
I don't own the Forsaken book any longer.
Yeah.
No.
So
I mean, yeah. It's too bad. You weren't planning on playing it anytime soon, I don't think, eh? Yeah.
oh, Iraka, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Thank you.
Good word.
All right.
That points.
Shall we get going on this one?
Let's do it.
I'm not sure how you'd feel if you found out that I've been keeping a very important secret from you for this entire time. But what is the definition of like an unforgivable secret? There's stuff from my life that you don't know. For sure. There's stuff from my life that people out there don't know, or imagine that they shouldn't know unless they've done a lot of digging to find out. But there's elements from my life that I don't consider important enough to reveal to people. Maybe it's because it's too much detail. Maybe it's because it shouldn't have any bearing on who I am as a person today. But in much the same way, there's elements from your pasts that I'm sure I'm not aware of, that you have kept secret. But were you deliberately keeping it a secret from me? Or is it just something that never came up? Is it something that you knew that if I knew about it, you would be uncomfortable? Or is it simply that you just figured I never needed to know? That's a weird thing about secrets. It only becomes a capital S secret once other people actually would have wanted to know what it was. And it's very hard to judge when you cross that. So, I'm going to ask you today to think about what that line is and when to cross it. And how much does somebody owe their secrets to you? Or to everyone else? Does somebody want to remind us where we are currently?
Cleaves the Lies apartment. He has just revealed that he is a stargazer.
Yeah. I feel like there's definitely a certain amount of like a pause, a certain weighty pause in the room with this Philodox Stargazer news. I don't believe I've ever met a Stargazer before.
Maybe you still haven't.
What?
Your tribe isn't something that isn't a part of you anymore.
If you had to define one thing about me that you knew before this, what would it have been?
The leader of the Cairn of the Weathered Storm. Before this.
A cairn devoted to what?
Question, actually.
The mountain goose
Devoted
fighting
to
the worm, in theory.
protecting the mountain.
That's all cairns. Specifically, I cared about the traditions of the Guru Nation. My tribe left the nation before it collapsed, and I did not go with them. He adjusts himself on his couch seat. So he's sitting on a couch that is, okay, you ever sat in a couch that's just way too comfortable?
Oh,
But
yeah.
the problem is you can't get out. You're just you have sunk
He's
in,
thinking, yeah.
and it contours to everything, and it's perfect. But then the instant that you're like, I wish I had something to drink, you're fucked. That's where he is right now, in a very, very comfortable seat that's very, very difficult to get out of.
Yep. So you gave up then, you gave up now, you gave up again. Is that your cycle?
Hold on.
I feel like he might just die. I feel like he's just gonna die right now, in front of us.
I'm
So
trying to piss him off.
yeah, well, hey, let's see. I love that.
I'm gonna need you to. I'm gonna need you to roll that. That's a manipulation, and we're gonna say manipulation insight.
Not even at 30 minutes. I'm obsessed. This is great.
Oh, that's out of the pool. Therefore, I have to reroll everything. I can't roll into my fucking dice tray today. Not brutal. 2 successes.
Okay. First off,
Ah,
all of you should heal your
willpower.
willpower. I'm also going to ask Macros, did you act in the precepts of honor that Rat demands? Troy, Glory? Dante, you're good.
Thanks, man. This way I don't have to be wise. I don't know.
There's so much information reception.
You guys together sort of tried to get information out of to the moon and support to the moon.
More.
And
The
then
pattern star.
yeah,
I think
Spider.
not. I don't think Macros did much. So I'm gonna say no.
glorious or
Honorable.
honorable.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, she made a deal with a pattern spider.
It's more honor.
Yeah, exactly. Nope.
2 successes, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, get mad, old man. That was
Is that in character?
no, come on. It also
Like-
wasn't out of character. It wasn't at you, John. It was
Take your lemons back, get mad.
Make life take the lemons back. Very good.
All right. Well, he slams his fist on either side of the pillow of the couch that he's on. It's enough to raise him up, balling his hand into a big meaty fist and just driving it directly at Macris's face.
She like leans into it almost.
Oh,
Okay,
Macris,
that's
no.
superficial.
Yeah.
Just one. Like
Yeah.
he's got old man strength. Like you can tell
Oh.
that he absolutely could have just like put you through one of the walls of this place, but it's enough that he just needed to like crack you one.
Good. Then you're worth talking to.
You don't get to make that choice.
I get to choose who I want to talk to. Yeah, I do.
He hits you again, although this time there's don't take more damage.
Yeah.
Just this time he just slams you in the chest. I didn't give up.
Good.
I didn't give up on the nation.
Good.
The nation gave up on me. I renounced my tribe. I did what I had to.
What would you say to those of us who weren't born into the Guru Nation? Did it give up on us too?
Yes.
I haven't heard anything from you before. Trying to glorify that past. Trying to maintain the tenets, sure. The litany must be honored, yes, but we have to rise to the reality of the situation we live in. Please, we don't live in the past anymore.
And that's why you didn't hear me speak about how I was trying to rebuild the nation brick by brick. I merely realized that I wasn't ready to walk away from all of it. How many stargazers do you see out there? They've decided. They decided that they were going to fight in another way, and I wasn't ready to make that change. Maybe I was never truly a stargazer in the first place.
Our decisions are our own. We don't have to follow our tribe wherever we go. Nor do we have to follow our nation, follow our pack, follow our nature.
They left. All of them. And they don't care how much Goose is burning, or how much the mountain is dying. They're trying to win in some other way. They won't even tell us what it is.
Did they have anything to do with the attack on the cairn?
I have no idea.
How could you not know? You decided your path deviated from theirs.
It was years before.
You genuinely have no sense of how they're fighting now.
So, I'm actually going to ask all of you now. No, you've already done it. You're good. You've succeeded. You're fine. For these two, same thing, manipulation, insight.
Does motives have anything to do with it?
Yes. What are your specialties?
Computer science,
Okay.
climbing,
Yeah.
spirits, etiquette spirits.
Etiquette spirits. Okay, that's good.
That's a pretty good one, but that's it.
And what about you?
Hey, take that.
Did you just trade in Costco stock?
No, Ranty Hedgehog gave us an extremely generous donation and it didn't pop up.
Oh,
But yeah.
but you
I
saw
can
it
make it
there.
pop.
Well, thank you very much.
Oh my goodness!
Randy. Perhaps it was secret. Or well, no, I don't think that's how that
he
works.
messaged me, so.
Oh, okay, well,
Yeah.
I'll see if I can find it.
yeah. Oh, etiquette spirits. Yeah.
Sorry
Specialties.
about
was that? No.
Specialties?
John was curious if you had any.
I mean, I have a mandatory woodworking specialty in craft, but,
woodworking.
stealth urban.
Urbans. I can blend in amongst the people. Or yeah.
6 successes for me.
Whoa! Hello. Oh, no, I got 2, but that's
Damn right. Damn right.
So
2 successes.
2. Okay.
6.
There's a distinct impression that now the 3 of you are ganging up on him, which let's be fair, you are ganging up on him. And therefore he's going to test for frenzy.
All right, if he frenzies, someone else go for the ass. I can't deal with it again. Dante, it's your turn.
He succeeds. It's okay for now.
Okay, for now.
He is going to shift to Glabro, though.
Whoa.
And he's going to get directly in Troyan's face. Youth. And all the arrogance that comes with it. And you think you can know how to judge me. Take that tone with me again, and you will regret it. I guarantee it.
If I was overseeing a cairn, and it was brutally attacked, and there was even a chance that my old tribe could have had something to do with it, I would work really hard to try to unravel that mystery. And I'm trying to find that same drive in you now.
Maybe you should have challenged me 3 years ago.
I don't want it.
You sure seem to have a lot of ideas of how you do things, without the realities weighing down on you.
So, why were you complacent?
You need to take a step back.
Everyone else in the tribe has, in the cairn, has something going on. They have something holding them back. You don't.
Cleves, we've just learned, and I promise you, we have been trying to learn that. We've been trying to figure this out and learn this as fast as we can. Either the Stargazers have forced a sense of complacency upon the guru of this island, or you have, being of the Stargazers. And I don't think it was you.
Now he frenzies.
Okay, cool, yeah. Straight for my ass, then it is. Okay, great. God fucking damn it, please!
With a howl that sounds like an equal mixture of absolute fury and of pain, he rips into Krynos.
Okay. All right.
I will point out his clothing goes with him, and so therefore he did not have a dedicated outfit on, which might be an indication that he wasn't expecting this. But he's going to lay into you, say, unless other people have things they want to do. So, round.
Shift to Krynos and try to, like, what am I at, 3 rage?
Me too.
Yeah, shift to Krynos and just I'm gonna try to take him down before he takes me down. That's the game. That's the plan.
So everyone's busting up into Krynos, or
Yeah.
oh, Troy too.
Oh, yeah.
This is
Oh,
literally
yeah,
the
we're
first
all-
time that all of you have been in Krynos.
Yay! War form. Okay.
I'm down.
I have to read my rage, or I have to make my rage
Yeah.
rolls. Here we go. Okay. Well, it's 1 anyway.
Well, guess what? You'll be able to regenerate some of your shit.
Yay!
I need to get angry.
All right. Round. Actions.
Yeah, if he's coming at me, I'm going to attempt to just push him back through the couch. Like,
Well, we'll see, because
that's my
Macros may have something to say about that. I don't know whether you're going to...
I mean, it's gonna be. I'm not gonna interfere with that.
Okay, so
Yeah.
So you're attempting just to grapple, or are you attempting to put it down?
No, I'm trying to put him down through the couch that's behind him.
Oh, shit.
I mean, that's flavor. That's flavor.
Yeah, fuck the couch, right?
Well, I want the springs and stuff to go flying. Sounds cool.
Troy.
I am going to... Okay, so you're trying to throw him. I mean, we have to incap him.
Yes.
That's the only way to end the frenzy. So I am going to be slashing at him with my razor claws, which is free and instantaneous in Krynos.
So I'm gonna rule this.
Yeah.
If you get him down to to impaired, and then you successfully manage to hold on to him, he'll eventually tire himself out. You don't have to incap him specifically. You can.
Yeah, sure.
That's only one way to do it. But I'm going to rule that like you don't necessarily have to almost kill him in order to prevent this, considering that there are 3 of you, and he doesn't really consider you an enemy. You are the one who provoked him to this, so you're an enemy right now. But
once that frenzy goes away, it might change a little bit. Okay.
Yeah. I'm aiming to jam my claws into his right bicep.
okay.
Are we all rolling at once?
First
Yeah,
it's you and me.
yeah.
Then it'll be us. We're gonna go for this one first. Remember that you're at +2 because you're not +4. You just transformed this room. He actually has immediately after the roll because
Because he has rage
went
5.
right up to
Yeah,
rage 5.
that's right.
Yeah.
He's in frenzy.
I wonder if his downstairs neighbor, if he has a good relationship with the downstairs neighbors.
Okay,
He's having a rager. 5 successes.
5. So
Okay.
we'll both do 1, and then you were essentially using your claws, right?
Yeah.
So then we're both gonna do 4 to each other.
Okay.
So that's and then halved, so 2.
Great.
Okay, now he's going to defend against Troyan.
Yep.
Taking 1 die out. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
7.
3. So that's 4 plus 3, 7 halved 4.
She's got razor claws.
I've got razor claws.
Oh,
as well.
more? Okay.
Yeah.
How many?
So that's an additional 2.
So 1 more because
Yeah,
it's
1 more.
up to so 5 with your 2. That's 7.
Glory rounded up. Part Lydia.
Yeah. My glory is currently 3, so it's 2.
4.
Okay. 3.
So that's 1 threshold.
Claws is 3.
So
that's
4 damage right
2.
again. That's 2 superficial.
Okay. So all 3 of you essentially wolf pile him.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to say that we can leave that there and you can just hold him down at this point. All 3 of you succeeded in your attack. So he's going to, and I don't really feel like making this a life or death struggle right here and right now. So he's going to struggle up against it. Indeed, as people are saying in chat, this is going to make a bunch of noise and neighbors will. The couch pays the price.
It was quick. It was all in like a few
A
seconds.
few seconds.
Crunch.
Definitely.
But I will give you the option. Do you want to regenerate?
Remind me what our ruling is on this, John. If I say yes and I make 1 rage roll
You're only
and I
making
fail.
1 rage roll.
Oh, I thought I had to make 2 for ag.
No,
In Krinos?
when you're
Every
Krinos,
time. I'm sorry.
you get two checks. You get 2 healing points
2 for 1.
from 1 check.
Right.
you
but you
heal
don't need
1
to
egg.
do.
You
Okay.
should do
All right. Well, then
one
I'm going to do that.
But I will, because I'll be going down to rage 1 pretty shortly anyway.
Okay,
So.
you're going to be healing the 2 superficial.
Correct.
Okay. So no. But Yink.
Macros?
No, she heads straight back down to Helmut.
Is anybody staying in Krinos for an extra round?
No.
And
no.
I will ask all of you to go down to rage 1 and assume one of the 2 forms that you can. There you go. After a time, like, which really realistically is like 10 seconds and probably feels more like 10 minutes. Eventually he cleaves the lie, is there. He's just being pinned down by you. The hair on his chest is silver. Because he's nude, his clothing is gone. And he reverts to Hamid. For what it's worth. Breathing and sweating. Bleeding. But not seriously injured. I mean, seriously injured if he was a human.
Sure, yeah.
Not seriously
Pretty fucked
injured
up if he was a
for
human.
being a werewolf.
So we're all on the same side.
You have a weird way of showing it.
Macker's gonna step back and find some towels and stuff. Pass them around for folks to wipe off the blood. And switch over the laundry and toss the bloody towels in the laundry. Housekeeper Macris continues.
Housekeeper Macris. We all have weird ways of showing it, don't you think? It's part of what it means to be Guru.
When my tribe mates left, it almost broke me. Imagine standing alongside so many others who you thought like you did, and realize that in fact you're the outsider. You're the one who doesn't belong. I tried to find a new family. And I don't know how well that took.
What about your pack? You trust them, they trust you.
They don't know.
Oh.
When you renounce your tribe, you've renounced it. It's as if you're reborn. It's as if you're someone new.
How do you feel about the fact that you were part of the decision to force that upon another guru in the city? Forced rebirth. Apotheosis. as well.
Oh, yeah, very nice.
Where before your comments were like,
Yeah.
this time his eyes just go flat.
It's fair.
And whatever struggle he had just goes limp.
Please, we can only talk to you through the lens of what we know. And what we know is that the world is hurting and there are people out to hurt it. We're trying to do something. So are you. But we can't see through your eyes. The Stargazer sigil in the heart of Weathered Storm is a light. Something happened to it. Something gave it that power. And we believe it's because your old tribe perhaps did something to the Guru here in the city.
Kind of light.
Dante describes the green flame that infused the sigil and is also burning within Goose, or being held by Goose, I guess it's more likely.
Okay. Scott. Enigmas is not a...
Oh, no, it's not.
It's not an
That's a
ability here.
20th.
But I will have you roll your Wits Occult.
I mean,
I assume that he's the best one for Wits Occult among all of you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're welcome to help him if you wish.
do you guys go oodly, oodly, oodly? Just like that, I assume. I assume that's what a cult is.
Mhm.
God, that's good. We can do better. We can do better. 6 successes.
What was it before?
3. I rerolled 3 successes. Into 3 successes, I should say.
If the symbol that's being shown is showing the same flame that Goose is showing, there's 2 answers to that. What could it be?
That the Stargazers inflicted a pain upon the cairn, or like this virus or whatever, and that Goose is holding it to try to keep it safe, I guess. I mean, that was my big theory, so I'm not really sure if I have another option at this moment.
Both are affected by the same, both are affected by the same burning. So,
Yeah.
both are suffering the same.
Yeah.
Okay, well then maybe there's one other thing that could explain it. What happened with Thinking Engine?
It was trying to communicate the the thing that was
The glyph.
the glyph was being communicated as a way of
Is it
like,
possible that the same thing is happening at Weathered Storm?
that Goose is sort of burning through the glyph? Not Goose necessarily, but like is using it as a way of trying to communicate somehow spiritually. Yeah,
Maybe.
it's possible.
Okay, now, given that, 6 successes deserves a couple of things, right?
That would be good.
Given that, it is possible that what Thinking Engine and Goose are trying to communicate are, this is the source of my problems. What's another potential?
This is the solution. This is the way out of my problems, potentially. That they can fix it.
Okay.
All right. So after describing what they've seen in the heart of the cairn, Dante's going to kind of help. If he wants help doing this, he's going to help Cleves like sit up against the wall of the apartment.
I assume that, Macros, you've also brought clothing for him?
Yeah.
A big towel.
Like a bathrobe?
Whatever.
Bathrobe
Whatever,
would be
fine.
the easiest
Yeah.
thing to see.
Love that. Either the Stargazers inflicted this pain upon the guru of the island, or there is one that can help us. There's one that knows, can intuit, or can feel out a way to get people out of this.
You're saying that I somehow hold some kind of key. I don't know what that would be.
You have knowledge from when you were a Stargazer. You renounced your tribe. I understand this. Yeah.
So somebody renounces their tribe. This I'm giving to all of you.
Yeah.
Right.
Just because it would be something that you would vaguely know.
Understand.
You know how when you get gifts, some of your gifts are specific to your tribe?
Mm-hmm.
You don't lose access to your gifts if you renounce your tribe.
Really?
No.
It's a bit odd, isn't it? You'd think it would be tied to
you
your...
made a deal with a spirit, and
Right.
as long as that deal is still valid, that spirit will still help you.
Hey.
Now,
Can I start joining all the tribes, taking gifts, and then leaving all the... You know, like, obviously
that
not.
will certainly involve you getting your renown absolutely shot.
Feels bad.
Because when you renounce your tribe, your renown drops. Because you are essentially saying, I'm no longer who I was before,
Yeah.
and so therefore my deeds don't count. But if you get your renown back up, those old spirits will still hold those deals. It's like if your renown drops below a level for your gift, you lose access to it until you get that renown back.
Right.
So
But
when Cleves the Lie went from being a Stargazer to being a Silverfang, his renown would have had to absolutely tank. And if he's made himself back up to it, he may still have access to Stargazer gifts.
Cool.
losing his leadership at Weathered Storm, though, it wouldn't necessarily...
That doesn't cost you renown.
No. But
No,
I wonder in what regard he's held currently is I guess my question.
So your renown. Okay, here let's make sure that this is absolutely clear.
Sure.
He may have actually gained wisdom for letting Sky take over.
So you are correct in that. Losing a challenge doesn't necessarily mean losing renown unless you, for instance, let's say that Zach challenged for leadership of the cairn.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And Zach loses because he is clearly not ready to do that.
Yeah.
He might lose renown if he was like boasting to everybody like, I know better than every guru alive.
Buddy.
And then they might be like, buddy, what the fuck is wrong with you? But losing a challenge is not enough to lose your renown unless you invest way too much into it, or it's a challenge that you probably shouldn't have made in the first place. In this case, Sky's challenge for leadership to Cleves the Lie was valid. Technically, it was peacetime. The leader may always be challenged during peacetime. And Sky won fair and square, but also it's not as if Cleves the Lie lost badly, right? Like, he held on. He tried for as long as he could.
Honorable, for
And
sure.
yeah. So he may have gained a little bit, like not enough to gain a whole dot, but he might have gained some honor in that way. Probably not wisdom. Wisdom would have been he would have been like, I am going to resign because I'm not fit for this, and I'm going to let someone else take it. That might have been wise.
Which is what we were yelling about
Right.
multiple sessions.
So the idea of the idea of Cleaves the Lie gaining renown, it would have had to have been over a long period of time. Now remember, he said that this happened long before this attack, so there's been plenty of time for him to build himself back up. But in order to lose renown to a significant degree, that would be something you would have known.
Okay.
You would have heard about it.
Yeah.
Or at least other people would have been like, oh yeah, that happened. That would be like a not a satire rite, but like a rite of shame. Would be one way to do it. And that hasn't happened to Cleaves the Lie yet. Maybe you'll decide that he needs one. Anyway.
After he's helped us, it's the rite of shame for you, buddy.
Now back to the sentence.
Hey. Oh.
Rule sidebar.
You say you don't know, Cleaves. None of us know what we're going to do. But you've lived a life. And you're still living that life. Cleaves, you know things. You want to share these things with the guru of this place.
Now you're just telling me what I should do. You're putting thoughts into my head. You're giving me motivation that I don't have.
I would have thought that if someone showed up, told you about a threat, the Karen that you've called home for I don't know how long,
There's a new leader now.
that doesn't mean that you're not a part of it. Leader or no. We're not a part of any Cairn, the three of us. Not officially. Not
You are.
as a pack. All right, fine. These two, fine. Fuck. Ah, shit.
You want to
I-
repeat that back?
Yeah, I do. I want to find a way of saying that this is a bit better.
Our pack.
Yeah, there we go.
Those feelings of loyalty don't just go away.
I don't know how I can help.
You just have
I
to say.
don't know what I have left to offer.
You just have to say that you'll try. You'll try to offer what you have. We will help you find what that is.
You still got fight in you.
Dante shows off a ugly-looking gash that he just got from Cleaves. Yeah.
There was a time I would have taken all three of you down.
So, because you aren't at your peak anymore, you can't do anything?
It's not that I don't want to help. But what does my having a former tribe have to do with anything now?
You have ties to them that we don't. If this constant reoccurrence of this symbol is anything to go by, this could be a big lead.
Stargazers. Like I said,
We gaze at stars, that's what we do.
Cool story, bro.
You use present tense. He's still a stargazer.
It's present tense.
Take him down.
Don't leave my apartment, I heard what you did 80%. I've got nice stuff here.
Still pretty messed up over there.
Oh, my couch.
Way down.
Yeah, but have you heard of what any percent has done in my apartment?
Wah.
No, what has he done to your apartment? Did he
He brought movies.
Did he flood your apartment too?
No, brought movies and he didn't like it.
Flood your apartment. Road.
FBI, open up!
Yay!
I didn't actually intend to push that.
Whoops! It's still good though.
I'll take it.
Call an ambulance, but
Not for me!
oh my god.
That's good. we hadn't met a stargazer before today, I didn't think. But Cleves, the tribe was known for its ability to, I don't know, interact with minds or dreams. Surely you know of some gift that the patron...
Shut up.
He does.
He stands up and starts to pace.
To the point.
You're saying, remind me, you did tell him that others had some kind of block that he didn't have.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You did
Yeah.
make that clear.
I was at least aiming towards that, yeah.
Yeah, I think we would probably use, complacency,
Complacency.
virus, we would have used those words.
Parasite.
Yeah.
We have to go. And he turns and he starts heading towards the front door. Now he's wearing a bathrobe.
Yeah.
Pointing out.
Like, well,
And it's like, yeah, she'd put a hand on his shoulder and steer him towards his bedroom.
What? Why?
Put on clothes.
Marcus
Ah.
we're
turns
ready
on
when
the
you...
stove, containerizes some food, jams it in his fridge.
I'm just waiting. We're ready when you are.
It takes him very little time for him to pull on flannel and jeans. So he pulls a Scott Humphrey, comes back out. A fall-time Scott Humphrey.
All times come. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Summertime Scott Humphrey is not flannel.
No.
You don't.
Although I am wearing shorts today, possibly one of the only times ever on stream. I rarely wear shorts.
Oh, yeah, I can see some thigh.
Check out my legs, you weirdo!
Liz and I are both wearing
All right, hold on.
No, Aaron, when... Oh, God. Now you're gonna make Liz take a photo of my leg.
Hello. I'll give you a chance to pose them.
I'm ready. Okay, sorry. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
He comes out, practically pushing you aside to try to get out of the. He is ignoring, by the way, that like his living room right now. I mean, like it's you contained it mostly, but that couch is fucking gone.
Yeah. There's a bit of a war zone situation happening. I mean, look, like I plan on fall. He seems to have a plan. We're gonna be a part of it, and I'm very content to just like go with him. I don't want to get in his way.
Yeah,
I want to know what he's doing before he like walks into a bank and starts like holding people up for money or whatever. Like
How did you get here?
I think we walked. Or
I think
bus or
so.
something. We certainly
Yeah.
don't have a car.
I haven't bought my new car yet.
I haven't bought my gun yet.
That's going to be the next episode. Is
Yeah.
just buying a car.
The beach episode, but it's car shopping.
Yeah.
John gets to play car salesman. It's gonna be great.
Oh no, Scott!
Honestly.
I couldn't play a used car salesman. Not when you're at the table. You'll play the used car salesman.
Oh, because I'm slimy, right? And wearing shorts, yes.
No, I just know where my
Blinky.
limitations are.
It's just Blinkaching guy, just without
Get me
Welcome
that.
to Vroom
That
Kaching.
tic-tac. Guys, we're crossing the stream. It's all getting great.
Make a note. I want a blink ching sound effect.
Win like a winner who wins.
I can just do that for you, yeah. I don't think Lotto owns me.
Note. I can't believe I fucking just
I
said
don't
that.
think Lotto owns me. Anyway, that's something else.
I'm just gonna adjust your hair real
Oh,
quick.
yeah, go ahead.
There's a single.
Thank you. I
There
really
you go.
need.
Kung Fu Fenris is the Blink-a-Ching spirit, the spiritual successor to Almighty Dala.
Nice.
Almighty Dala is an actual spirit in previous versions of Werewolf.
No, it is not.
I love it.
That is incredible.
I guarantee you.
Gross. Sorry, that feels very like American Gods to me. You know, it's just like
It is.
the incarnation of money. Ugh. Dollar bill, yeah.
So
Fantastic.
Almighty Dala
Yeah.
is has a traits and bans. So all rolls involving commerce have a -3 difficulty. Remember that not in
Oh, right. I was like,
So
excuse me?
-3 is still
Yeah,
incredibly
huge.
good.
Yeah,
And
commerce.
all Guru with this patron gain 2 dots of resources. But Almighty Dala demands his children only use American currency a fact that means he never adopts a pack outside the United States. And when not on American soil, he asks that his power should only be used to generate a profit. And he's adamant that none of his children ever use credit cards of any sort.
That is ludicrous. You have to do everything in cash?
He is.
No, lucrative.
Lucrative. Sorry, I'm getting those confused. That is wild.
I don't have it.
Yeah, you purged your books.
I had to.
As you can all see from back there,
It's
that's
in
John's.
Tribe Book Glasswalker.
It would. I fucking would be. God, I hate those guys. JK.
I mean, Clashing Boom Boom is kind of amazing.
Predator. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah. Do you want to see a picture of Almighty Dollar?
Yes.
Got my cigar.
What?
My dollar bills in my hat.
Just a pirate. It's just a.
I feel like he's like supposed to be a gangster type,
Yeah, I
right? Like
guess.
20s mobster.
Oh.
20. My cigar, my bills in my hat.
My hat with the fucking dollar sign.
Mhm.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, but this is an actual.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go. There's your education for the day, everybody. That is wild.
You know.
How do you feel about adopting this into this current? game, John?
So new pack patrons?
Hmm? I do like +2 resources. I also hate cash only. That's awful.
You would be getting a much different.
Yes, I would. I would tend.
And it wouldn't be named Almighty Dollar.
Yeah.
I tend to agree. Why did it come up?
Blinkaching.
Blinkaching. Unbelievable.
And I think maybe from purchasing a car for Troy.
Oh,
and
yes,
a used
right,
car
right, right. We don't have a-
salesman,
yes,
and
right,
There
right,
we
right.
go. There's
I
the
am the
thread.
used car salesman of.
Thank you for your patience.
No, it's perfect.
We were just talking about the
Oh, good.
almighty dollar.
Yeah.
Short answer, John, is we walked here. Cleves has a car. We are piling in. He does not. He wouldn't.
He's headed to. He gets out to the street and then he lifts an arm, as if this will hail a taxi, which technically it kind of does, but you'd have to be in an area where there are taxis.
Yeah, what?
We're going to downstream.
We are.
Downstream.
He manages to flag a taxi down.
Wow.
Impressive.
Very impressive.
It's a stargazer gift, obvious.
Sorry, some transportation. I
Cab-hailing.
love that, yeah.
And he gets into the taxi in the front seat.
I mean, I think the three of us are piling into the back. Hilarious.
Dante's just casually bleeding on us.
No, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Yeah. He's in the middle, though. He's definitely.
Dante healed.
Hmm.
He's not currently.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Macros, you can heal your superficial.
Sweet.
Your superficial doesn't. And taxi takes you all the way to downstream where he gets out, and then he walks up to the door, takes in a huge breath into his barrel chest.
Fine. I'm not gonna stop him.
Of your stopping.
I love.
What's he doing?
He's gonna call. He's gonna like announce himself
He
to go
announces-
in. Yeah.
Oh, no,
I mean,
God.
I'm thrilled, honestly.
I'm Cleves the Lie. Silverfang Philodox, former leader of Weathered Storm. Former Stargazer. You can almost hear from the inside. Oh, fuck? He doesn't say start
I
it.
have my headphones on. What?
80% like he's gaming.
I was playing Planet Zoo. What's
He
going
just
on?
flips open one of the little like
One of the
headphone cups, and it's like,
That must have been the wind.
What the fuck?
all right, fine, headshot, multi-kill, log out.
Log out. Done.
And then he waits patiently outside the door. Unlike certain people who would just storm right in,
Walk in.
or people who would make doors disappear.
Doors are for suckers.
Cleves, do you want to tell us what you're thinking?
I have something that might be able to help, but I'm not using it on somebody from Weathered Storm first.
Wait, are we here because they're disposable guinea
That
pigs
sounds
to you?
dangerous.
No. Because it should come from somebody who has no reason to protect me.
Okay. Well, there he goes.
Bye.
To the Moon comes out. The Moon looks like they spent an extra 3 minutes before coming out making sure that everything was perfect. Guru are tough enough that they can steam their clothes while still wearing them.
Hot. That's awesome, actually.
That is badass.
Imagine how useful that would be.
The amount of times that I have hurt myself just steaming a garment,
Honestly.
Yeah.
terrifying.
I don't know if we recognize you as a stargazer. I definitely recognize you as a former leader. But I don't know if I recognize you as a stargazer. Oh. And then sees that the three of you were there.
He did also put a former on that, I'm pretty sure.
So what, am I supposed to take him at his word?
Take us at ours.
It would be appreciated.
Good enough.
Yeah.
And just chucks her thumb, or their thumb, over their shoulder. And shrugs. And turns and he starts walking down.
I'm gonna, before heading into downstream, I'm gonna very, very briefly catch To the Moon up, just enough to say, he's here because he has something that can help. Can help with part of what's been an issue here on the island. Does he know about?
He's bringing stuff to fix the room that you fucked up.
Actually, no.
I can only apologize for that so many times.
I wouldn't know
Don't
about
worry.
To the Moon's
We'll find out what that
800. I wouldn't know about To the Moon having been talking about the complacency thing.
No, we filled you up. But filled you up.
Well, I really should.
Filled you up on spicy intel.
Oh,
wow,
It
wow.
feels so awful in my tum-tum.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure as soon as To the Moon went away, we were like,
Okay.
yeah, here's the
Because To
deal.
the Moon also didn't want me to know.
No, but then we told you.
Okay. Well,
Because we're a pack,
you know what?
and
Fuck
we
it.
believe
I'm gonna
in
piss
actually
off-
telling each other
I'm gonna
things.
piss off To the Moon a little bit then, and just.
Well, I
lean
think
it-
we said don't be an asshole about it.
I'm not gonna be an asshole. I'm just letting To the Moon know. No, nothing about a room. It's about that feeling, that complacency.
There's a little bit of a hey, fuck you. Not complacent. Wait, yeah, I am. But fuck you. Just a little bit of a jut of their jaw.
We can go
Get inside.
We can hash this out later.
Don't worry. We've got time. Hi. We've got fresh bagels.
Oh.
You're not in the doghouse right now.
Oh well.
I sure want to put myself right in there, but gonna enjoy this for the moment because Macros is feeling a little generous towards To the Moon for once after the earlier revelation.
Once you're inside, it's clear that it's just To the Moon and Packet Lost that are here right now. Packet Lost looks up, waves, looks at Cleaves the Lie. There's questioning in his face. He doesn't say anything.
Would it be appropriate to introduce them, or would it be more appropriate to
would
let a
introduce
guru? Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let a guru, announce themselves essentially, right?
The thing is, he announced himself, and announced himself in a way that Packet Lost can't understand.
Right, of course. Dante takes.
Can't process. He understands it. He just can't.
He sort of essentially guides them towards each other. Packet Lost, this is the former leader of Withered Storm. This Cleaves the Lie. He's here to help.
There's like a mm-hmm.
Yeah, me too, man.
And then he turns around and he puts his hand forward towards to the moon. I need your permission to help you. To see if I can help you with something that I didn't know was there. I can't recover your memories for you. Rewind. Can't say that in front of Packet Loss.
Okay.
Packet Loss isn't part of the deal.
Oh,
Right.
the deal. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay, yeah. I mean, we can move this to a private room if we need to, so to speak.
Can't help you with some things, but others I can. But I need you to trust me for a moment. To the moon tilts their head, drums onto their cheekbone for a second. It's very sharp. Fingers. Ooh. From one Philodox to another, I understand what you're trying to tell me. But the fact that you've got these three with you means that I'm going to say yes. If they weren't here, I'd tell you that you're out on your tail.
If he does anything untoward, he will be paced.
I'm not worried about him being paced. And the elder Philodox, just as if he's trying to remember something, trying to recall something from a long, long time ago, then reaches out and places 4 fingers just on the back of
To the moon's head.
to the moon's head. To the moon has this sort of like my hair. Like do you know how long it takes for me to and then there's just a snap moment where to the moon's eyes widen, then just go absolutely flat, blank. After about 5 seconds, the fingers come off their skull. Cleaves the Lie sits back as if even the push for this was exhausting for him. And to the moon still has that sort of blank look and then blinks a few times.
How do you feel?
Pissed. I feel pissed.
Good.
What did he do to me?
Dante would look towards Cleaves the Lie. Yeah. What did you do?
I blanked their mind.
That's a powerful gift.
I removed the influence. Whatever influence they had.
You don't need to know what it is to blank it.
No. It just blanks them. And he just, for a moment, he just folds his fingers. And he bows his head as if he's trying to remember more. But to the moon stands and picks up the bar stool that they were sitting on and
Oh, gosh.
looks like they want to just slam it back down against the ground, and then And then no, just places it down. I've been doing nothing. I've been doing nothing.
Hey, that's
Shut up.
too.
You have to do this to everyone.
Is that something you can manage?
Look at him. The old man looks like he's about to fall over.
Oh, he can hold his own.
And To the Moon gets up and walks over to one of the terminals, sits down, starts typing. Their fingers moving so fast across the keyboard, it's almost a miracle that it doesn't start to smoke.
Dante kind of ventures over to try to look over their shoulder. You're not trying to replicate this effect, are you?
You see that they are navigating various different trading platforms. We're talking like Robinhood, various
Coinbase.
exchanges, Coinbase,
FTX.
just snapping back and forth between them, and then finally just slams one hand back down on the enter key. I just cost 3 tech bros in Silicon Valley $500,000 each. They don't know it yet. They'll realize it in about 2 days.
Congrats.
No. I'm just getting started. Go find Apotheosis. Go!
Startles him out of whatever To the Moon is doing and stumbles away from the
Any percent.
station.
We have to get everybody here.
Actress gets her phone and texts any percent.
What are you texting?
You
Go
up?
Love you guys.
What else would you text?
Can you get back to downstream? Everything's fine, but we need you here.
Okay.
And there's a little winky emoji afterwards. Okay.
No?
Gee.
What about you?
Smiley face?
Trian is prepping drinks for everyone.
Hey!
That's her.
I would be texting
She's doing the-
Apotheosis,
she knows.
but I would also go and check her room.
She's not in her
She's not her. Okay, fine. I'd also be trying to hunt her down then.
Texting her is enough. I will be home soon. It doesn't take very long for any percent and for Apotheosis to return back to downstream. It's a bit hesitant because there's somebody here who they're not used to seeing here. Any percent especially, just this like, you want to do what with me?
Look, any percent, there's a lot to explain here, but at its core, some sort of virus is inhabiting most Garu's minds. We're pretty sure Cleves has a way to get it out.
When you said virus, by the way, were you like trying to be like computer virus, or were you trying to be more like an actual like?
No, look, I wouldn't want to scare anyone in terms of like it's a health problem. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I think.
But even the tech folks, who would think of a different thing with virus?
But that's what I mean. Is like, I would want to use that term.
more in the Glasswalker sense than. Okay.
Yes.
Doctor.
Apotheosis volunteers, sits down in front of Cleves the Lie and the, former leader of one Cairn and the current leader of another look at each other in the eyes, perhaps for the first time in a long time. And when Cleaves the Lie lifts a hand, Apotheosis says, "Stop." "What's my name?"
So- Who was that to the moon?
Apotheosis
Oh.
says, "Stop,"
Oh.
to
Oh, that's very different.
What's my
That's
name?
very cool. Thank you.
Cleaves looks back at her, and there's just this like few heartbeats. "It's whatever you want it to be." And that answer seems to be good enough for Apotheosis. She nods, that same 4 fingers at the back of the skull. And then there's that moment where Apotheosis's eyes just go blank. And I'm going to make you roll for that.
Dante frenzies.
That is a composure. No, actually, yes. I want you to roll your willpower.
Okay.
So 5,
Okay.
because that's how much you have left currently.
Sorry. I don't think she's like under threat or anything.
I didn't say that.
No. Good. Just checking. 3 successes.
Okay, it's fine. Because the first time she looks at you after that, it's without the same light that's been in her eyes.
Ah, I see. Okay. How does she sort of seem changed? Other than, I guess that's gone. Does it?
Well, for the first glance. I'm
Yeah,
saying,
right.
Like, we're in the first 5 seconds here, but when she looks at you, she doesn't look at you as the guru who she has been admiring or adoring. Instead, it's just this blank look of, "I recognize who you are."
Which,
And then she puts her hands very gently on Cleaves the Lie's shoulders. "This is taking a lot out of you, isn't it?" He shakes his head no.
Dante nods his head yes.
"You're not supposed to lie." She stands up. "There's a galliard waiting at Weathered Storm. You left him there. I'm going to give him the chance to bring others here. Let this happen one by one, just in case there are others who we may not trust. Yes?"
Yes.
Torian is visibly relieved to see somebody other than the 3 of them imply that there could be more moles.
Traitors. Yeah.
She's like, oh, that feels so good. Oh my god.
She turns. "Keep an eye on things,"
Of course.
and then heads out the door. There's still like a visibly like, "I don't know if I'm ready for this," Cleaves the Lie. Now, here I'm gonna ask. No, I'm not gonna ask. I'm gonna just let you have your pool and get the answer.
Okay.
Gifts have costs.
Yes.
Sometimes they're rage checks. Sometimes it's willpower. There's only so many times he's going to be able to do this before he's either going to run out of willpower or rage. And it's almost certainly not a rage-induced gift.
No, it doesn't look like it. Yeah.
So, however much willpower he has, considering how much you probably did damage to it, he may not have all that much left.
Which will lead to mental impairment.
Yeah.
So, like, what?
We can't restore any on his behalf, though.
I think
that's
there's,
not
like, a
that's not how
gift
inner
or
fortitude
something.
works, right?
But yeah.
But perhaps
I mean, it doesn't all have to happen today.
exactly. Maybe we just need to make a choice to prioritize.
So who would you want?
I knew it. Yeah, Sky's super important.
Okay.
Well, any percent is here, so he.
You can let Sight of Seven sit for a while.
I mean, like,
And honestly, I think Jennifer Slade has been able to find a decent amount of rage,
yeah.
even under this influence. So I think she can handle a few more days, or at least another day.
Sky is the priority.
Yeah.
And I would assume that Apotheosis would also know that. But I would communicate that to her.
Okay. Do you need a break?
I do. A short. Well, I don't know, maybe you don't.
No, it's just lovely.
Oh, it's just a funny way to say that.
I do, please. Yes, you need more.
All right. So we're gonna take a short break here.
Did I suddenly get really loud? Hello? Check.
Hello.
Check. Hi. This is me speaking.
Here I go.
This is
For
me.
the people watching, shorts! All right.
Oh,
There it was.
There is a short.
audio is fine.
Short.
It's just so it feels good in here to see all of my players just flee the room. I think part of it is that Troyan is naturally quieter than Liz. Troyan's voice is in a kind of a lower register, and I think that also Liz drops the volume for that. But I think that there's also a certain amount of like, once you settled into the game, there's less of a performer feeling depending for some of these people. Because when you're a performer and you realize that you're a performer, you naturally, like, you sit up, you project, you're present. But then when you get into the game, and she's gone. So I think that there might be some form of like, okay, well, I'll get quieter and quieter and quieter and quieter. But now it's a break, and so you get up again. Bardic Lydia says, John, anything you're trying to keep in mind when grandfathering what looks like a lot of legacy concepts into W5? Okay, so one of the things that I'll point out is that I don't have any more information than other people do. And in fact, one of the weird things is I don't have the storyteller's screen yet, or the or any of the accompanying materials, because I pre-ordered them alongside the next product to come out, and I didn't realize that means that they'll be delivered together. So I don't actually have them. So I just have the core book to run off of at the moment. Now, that being said, I do sometimes pull things from Legacy, and some things I make up on my own. I am accepting the fact that I might be dating this campaign, because it's very possible that more information will come out about stargazers or other concepts that will contradict what I have going on here. And that's fine. I've made my peace with that. I don't need to be correct, right? The key thing that I'm trying to make sure of while playing this is to make sure that my players are having a fun story that they can bounce and interact off of, because the three of them are not werewolf experts. I, in fact, believe that they know very little of werewolf outside what's in the 5th edition book. Whatever they've learned, it's through exposure by me in previous campaigns that were run in the 20th anniversary edition universe. And it wasn't even werewolf they were playing, it was changeling. So I don't think I'm doing anything that's going to overly confuse them. It might overly confuse people out there, specifically Kung Fu Fenris. So I'm curious what Kung Fu Fenris has to think about this. But also I think that he would recognize, as I'm sure most people would, that I can't be expected to know things that I am not allowed to know. So that helps. Ost, ordering things separately from Renegade is kind of a thing that you sort of need to do. But the thing is, I didn't order from Renegade. We ordered the core book from Renegade. The problem is, oh boy, does duties and shipping nail you if you don't live in the United States.
Yeah.
So I ordered them from a Canadian retailer instead. Although I did find a source for werewolf dice if we ever decided that we wanted them, but I don't think we do.
I like our dice. We have so many pretty dice.
I don't know if they do Kung Fu Fenders. I haven't experienced that. However, now that the 3 of them are here, I'm going to set up.
Yo, what's up?
Oh, that's right.
What?
One out of every like 15 sessions or so, I'm allowed to.
You get to break.
Yeah.
You 3 can tinfoil hat while I'm gone.
Oh,
Okay, cool.
nice.
Well, much like Taskmaster, I assume that if we were to mark which streams John gets up during the break, it would create some kind of pattern that would reveal the winning, like, answer to a task.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
That's possible.
Like it's all in preparation for
Yeah.
a
Like it's
task
some
master
kind of
that we're
Morse
going to
code
do.
thing.
Gotcha.
And it's
I want
the
to
answer
go
is number 6. Yeah.
dial back to something said in chat a while ago about like pipe layers. Just so you know, pip is a blowjob, at least in Quebecois slang. So
It is.
I'm team that
Yes,
name
yes.
for our group for
Yeah.
being horny.
I assume. Yeah, I think it was Ost who said, "Oh,
Yeah,
just
they-
pipes that
yeah.
you can show up and go. I'm here to lay some pipe,"
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
which is great. Hey,
Hi,
Playmat, what's
Playmat.
up?
Welcome to. Thanks for verifying my horny slang. And the other thing I was gonna say is, you mentioned Asclepians, and no, Valeria was the Asclepius.
Right, that's the
Asclepius is the
Hermes staff. Oh, it's
I was being punny.
oh,
Yeah,
lesbian.
lesbian.
Unbelievable.
But yes, the staff of and it's just got the 1 spiral.
Yes.
But Americans, for their medical symbol, use one with 2 spirals, which isn't Asclepius. It's a
Right, but
different
just
one.
for some reason. Okay,
But yeah,
sounds about right. 2 things. I'm gonna start with DJ Quiver. DJ Quiver, we probably know, but I will say we do tend to name the episodes before we do them, which is always a little funky because they usually refer to something. You'll notice they refer to something in the previous episode, as opposed to the current one. I mean, you could sort of name them after the fact, but I feel like we do it the other way around.
yeah, like you could check the Twitch stream and it should be
Oh,
properly. Yeah,
yes, it's
it
in the
should
Twitch
be-
stream.
Yeah,
Right. I was like, I don't want to spoil it. Yeah, it's there.
yeah, it's there.
Bardic Lydia asks, what do you guys think of the Stargazers so far based on IC and OOC knowledge? Well, easy for me. I don't have any OOC knowledge.
That's right.
Stargazers really, other than what's in W5, which is very minimal.
I haven't looked at it. I was like, this is not relevant to me.
yeah.
Yeet.
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 Read the other stuff.
I will say, knowing what I know of them, I am glad that you probably can't play as one in W5 because I would have tried to make a case for playing as a Stargazer.
Don't they have that like
Always
flat hook or whatever it's called?
Mm.
There's a term. It's back here. I'm opening the book and finding it. Lore sheet. That's the word.
Yes, the lore sheet is there, which I assume gives you information, or like access to not gifts per se, but like you have a connection.
Oh, wait. We've got Monkey Ranchers, Project Twilight, Umbral Traveler, Renunciate of Fenris, and the Black Spiral.
Yeah.
There isn't one for Stargazers.
Oh, I'm a big liar.
Ah.
I had a telescope in my teenage years.
Huh.
That
And she's
was
super
fun.
sus. That's perfect.
Yeah.
It was a Newtonian reflector.
Is that true? I love that.
Would you want to have one now that you're like at least away from the worst situation?
I sometimes think about that, but I don't know where I would store it because it wouldn't be good.
Make a hole in your
literally
garage.
on our roof.
Yeah, your
not a bad
garage,
idea.
right? Just put like a giant dome. Become Maru from the Stardew Valley. There you go.
Could you 3D print me an observatory?
I don't have a 3D printer.
You
I
say
could I could laser cut you in an observatory though.
Yeah,
I mean,
close enough.
I
It's
can cut circles in acrylic.
Skrillex.
weirdness. Come and visit. We have little to no light pollution.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah. It's
Just
not
a hop,
perfect
skip, and a
over there,
jump
but-
across the
Yeah,
pond.
it's not, thank you. That's why they call it a pond.
Just yeet yourself.
Like a stone.
Yeet yourself. Yes, make sure to skip all the
Can
way
you
across. You know,
imagine if that's how we traveled?
giant slingshot. Oh.
Lurk.
Uh,
I feel like this is how you would lurk your way. A person would lurk their way over, right?
Yeah, always
It's
keeping
like
to the
doing
shadows.
But yeah.
the playmat. Can I ask?
How dare you, Kung Fu Fenders? But also,
Maybe
yes.
not.
Also, fuck you. But
It's
also,
only like a 30-minute bicycle ride from a train station.
yeah. And then not far into a town.
That's right. And weirdness is famously biking across the ocean
Right. Yeah.
to get to us, so you'll already have one.
Skipping the bike across the. I wanted to know if the playmat, because you mentioned wanting to learn WTA, but knowing a bit about VTM, are you currently running a game? And if so,
20th or 5th?
yeah, I'm
Sorry.
curious.
But
Because this is, just to be clear, although I imagine you know this is Werewolf the Apocalypse 5th edition, the new edition, which has pretty major like lore and setting changes. Oh, some short series.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, cool. Just interested.
Were the short series while you were wearing shorts? Because famously, Scott is actually wearing shorts today.
Right, have we posted the photo on the Discord?
Oh yeah, didn't you do a little cheeky reveal?
Maybe you should join the Discord. Then you can find out if there's short pics. Gross.
They're not, and it's not an NSFW server. We just
Also-
wanted to be really clear about that.
Yeah, to be clear. Also, yes, I am wearing shorts today, which is just very unusual. Thank you,
Yes.
Eric. Hi, everybody. Tinfoil hatting?
Ooh,
Is
Uh,
there anything we need to talk about?
I should have been over here trying to make the donation up here now.
Oh. Oh, Ranty actually just signed off for the night, so
Okay.
sorry.
I
And
still
thank you
wanna
again,
visit.
Ranty. I waved when they said.
How are the shorts treating you? Like, are you comfortable or?
Yep. Your shorts. Thank you.
I think you could.
Thank you, Savlika.
You have an eyelash. May
Oh.
I take it?
I thought you were going to say you have a nice pair of legs. Yes, you may take the eyelash off of my face.
I mean, you do.
Okay, don't be weird about it. Yes, you may. Where is it?
It's under your
Oh,
eyeball.
God, Jesus.
Sorry.
Oh, my God, your nails are
My
long.
nails
Sorry.
are long, yes.
Oh,
Choose.
That's so weird. It does exist. Here, I'm gonna try it.
okay.
Oh, I blew right into the mic. Sorry,
Ah,
folks.
jeez.
Hey.
We hear something, but we don't see something. Okay, I'll have to look into it. Wait, I think.
Okay. I was going to say, I've been having issues with Streamlabs alerts lately, but I know you got anyway, it's a whole other thing. So.
Oh, it's good to know that
thanks,
people
Lapana.
waved back. That's lovely.
Thanks, the playmat. We strive for a certain amount of chaos and, yeah,
So
Sorry.
certain amount of chaos
Apparently the
and
volume is
emotion.
way
up.
too loud. Sorry on that.
Erigwen, when you pick an eyelash off of somebody's face,
Yes. it's a cute thing.
then you hold your fingers like this, and they choose which finger the eyelash will be stuck to when you separate them. And if they're correct, they get a wish. They make the wish and then blow the eyelash off your finger. If you're correct, you get the wish.
So it's
Or
not
if
about-
they're not correct, you get
For
the
me,
wish.
it was
Yeah.
you hold it up and they have to try to blow it off, and if it falls off, they get the wish. But if it sticks, then they don't.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
it's
they're
just
just like aggressively blowing on your finger. Oh no, one blow.
Yeah.
One blow.
Aggressive.
One.
Aggressive.
I see.
Right, Lydia, I'm currently debating between going back to Python and making a Discord tool because Discord is now making it that you can load bots onto your own account and take them with you wherever you go, as long as the server lets you bring outside bots, or actually finishing my Android programming so that I can do more than making an app that, like, you know,
Yeah.
has a static image of a die. When you tap it, it replaces it. So, yeah.
Cool.
I'm gonna tap. Give me a second.
We turn everything into a fun competitive game here in Canada
Yeah.
that encourages camaraderie and also
I don't think,
anger.
I think that's true. Sorry, I didn't get the memo specifically. Ay, ay.
Wait,
So he's got, it's light green. It's like a sage.
Are you
It's like a mint?
No.
No?
color of his
Sage.
underwear?
No, it's
My
no,
shorts.
it's short.
Oh, it's shorts. I was like, what am I looking at? No, you lean backwards.
Eyelash hockey.
Eh.
I don't know why that's funny. Oh boy.
so
Hi, yeah.
Hi.
We've been continuing the banter, John. There's been a lot of banter
Idiotic.
happening.
Just
explain to me why people are saying that apparently wishes are competitive here.
well,
question.
Scott had an eyelash on his face and he blew it himself. Wait, no, he blew it.
I didn't blow anyone. I didn't blow
Blew it
anybody.
off.
And
then-
Liz and I have a thing that I don't remember where it came from, to be honest. If you pick an eyelash off someone's face, they get to choose which finger they think it's going to be stuck to, and if they're correct, they then get the chance to blow it away for a wish.
Oh,
But
I've never heard of
But
that.
it's a competition, essentially, because maybe you're wrong, you gamble on it, basically.
And then you laugh at them forever.
Hey, Bardic, us too! We also sometimes just say shit. Like that, like he blew himself. Well, Michael, it appears I blew myself.
We are rewatching Arrested Development, so it's just... Yeah.
So what are you doing while you wait?
I am going to let Cleave sort of like recover a little bit, but sit with him if he'll let me sit with him. And
Dot, dot, dot.
yeah, who was the patron who provided this gift? I'm so curious. It's unlike
Patrons
anything
don't
I've
provide good,
Sorry,
provide
spirits. Yeah, sorry. I have never encountered anything like this before.
There are some things you're just going to have to wait before you learn.
I'm curious.
No one's blaming you for being curious. But if they chose to leave the nation for a reason, I'm not sure I'm ready yet to divulge all of their secrets.
I just wish I had been around at that time. I don't know what it was like to have a nation of Guru. Just this somewhat fractured group of individuals trying to do their best. I don't know what it was like, Cleves.
It was defeat. Not one, but many. 1,000 cuts destroyed the nation. Bit by bit, it became clear that those among us who said that apocalypse was here were right, and few wanted to believe it. Instead of accepting defeat, regrouping, figuring out what to do next, it became easier just to turn away from the reality.
It's hard to shift the mindset of one person, let alone an entire nation.
One person is easy.
Depends, I suppose.
You can affect a life. But people, as a group, they stand fast and firm. Not always for the right reasons. And I'm not convinced.
I believe very strongly in the connectedness of all life through Gaia.
Odd words coming from a walker.
One life can be changed, and if everybody changes a life, there's no limit to the amount of change we can do.
Sky arrives. Sky is accompanied by Apotheosis and Zack. When Zack comes in, he looks at Macros and Troyan and Dante, and there's a part of him that sort of lights up.
That's nice. Been a while.
Like 3 days. But yeah.
Feels like
So
forever.
much.
A lot has happened.
I delivered the message. I did what I could.
It's good.
Sky still has this Sky also announces herself
Oh,
before
okay.
she enters. That should be made very clear.
Yes, of course, yeah. Well, at least she's been here before. Unlike Leaves.
Hello.
When Sky sits down, she looks at the three of you and very calmly says, "This may not be worth it, you know."
How can you say that?
Stag still demands his price. So, old man, is this happening or not? Cleaves the Lie stops for a second. I'm not certain how you're going to react to this. You specifically, you perhaps most of all. And then he reaches out. 4 fingers. But the blankness that appears in Sky's eyes is only there for about 1 second. Before she stands up, knocking the bar stool behind her. All this time? 3 years? You could have stopped this any time in the past 3 years?
He didn't know. None of us knew, Sky.
Watch yourself.
You're not in your own cairn.
I'm getting really tired of people telling us to watch ourselves. We're just doing our best. I know you're angry. We're all fucking angry.
So the moon puts their hand on your shoulder.
To be like, oh, all right, buddy.
I think we've all got a license to be a little pissed.
Yeah.
Just use it. Don't waste it on one another.
I like that attitude.
Cleaves the Lie now sits back and there's sorrow on his face, but Sky just looks back and forth, looking like they want nothing more than to just punch something, claw something, bite something.
We have enemies. They're out there.
How much longer is it going to take before you can fix everyone else, old man?
Probably a few days.
Days. Fine. And in the meantime, we need to go. You have someone you need to talk to.
Stag.
Yes.
Is there a way to pass into the Umbra, not getting
From here,
shredded to pieces?
might be easier from here than down.
It may be very difficult to
You'll
find
be able to
Stag.
lead us to Stag, yeah.
Why can't anything go right?
Good. Good. Be angry.
More than angry.
Good.
We're currently tracking down not 1, but 2 sets of enemies that we will be able to all hunt together. But it will take a little more time.
Is that time we have?
That's a good question.
You had 3 years.
His chains
I
are
am-
very
I will block the punch that's coming in.
I am so thrilled to see how pissed off you are. This is good, and we are going to use it, and we are going to use it fast. Now let's make sure that Stag doesn't kill you, shall we?
I'm not about to manufacture another traitor just to save my own hide.
No, it's my fault. I killed first, thought later.
I would have done the same thing.
It's okay. I'm ready. Stag can do what he wants, but
There's still the chance that he will be willing to negotiate given that we saved him.
mm-hmm.
Maybe.
That being said, do we know? Can we trust everyone?
It is honestly hard to know. We had our suspicions about one other member of your sept. You know, we spoke about it. It was within that confusion that Alice was able to strike.
We still don't know what her arrangement with the spirits were.
Alice.
Yeah. What her bargain was.
We don't.
Must have been massive.
I mean, getting her and all her friends in every day, apparently. That could be part of it.
All right. Maybe it's best that we hold off before we can truly know who we can trust.
Hold off on what?
Hearing any more minds.
What?
Complacency would be to our advantage.
It's true. But let me ask you, Sky. At what point do we know that all of the traitors have been ferreted out?
Complacency didn't stop Alice from wreaking havoc.
Well, perhaps she didn't have the same limitation.
We don't know that.
We don't know. OOC question. We somehow got confirmation that everyone except Cleaves the Lie was impacted
The
by the
pattern spider.
complacency. It was the pattern spider.
Yeah.
So the pattern spider
Well-
would have flagged if anyone other than Cleaves, us, and Zach had been in.
And packet lock.
Yeah,
And
loss
packet
was
loss?
around-
cutting packet loss would have been included.
Okay,
Yeah, 'cause
but no one else. Everyone else, the pattern
Yeah,
spider
the
confirmed.
pattern spider also
was
wasn't going to look
impacted.
at anyone who was dead.
No, that's fine. It's just, I think.
that's what we have to go on
Yeah.
right now. Is that
Okay.
was our lead, and we were like, whoa, something. Yeah.
If we're tossing around the theory that maybe Alice wasn't under the influence of the complacency,
Yeah.
Correct.
then
yes.
that would
Yeah.
suggest that,
Then maybe
yeah,
Then there's
Yeah.
some more traitors.
Yeah.
are you going to tell Sky?
potentially.
I mean, I think we should. Frankly,
Uh,
I don't think we're keeping secrets from.
no,
room, right?
But I don't know if I could articulate this
Well,
well. I see. So Troyan is happy to explain all. Yeah, fill Sky in on the pattern spider visit.
And to think that this has been true for so long. Except for you, old man. Did you use this on yourself? Did you know? Yes. I thought it would restore my memory. I didn't realize there was something else. But when it didn't work, when nothing happened, I left it alone.
Did he just admit to making everyone complacent?
no.
He cleared his own block when it happened.
Oh, use this on. I see.
Yeah,
I understand. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was like, am I supposed to be
Trin
pissed
just
right now?
fucking rages out.
Rips
Like,
his head off. We're like, oh, he said. No, he
Oh,
didn't say.
you know what? I misunderstood. I see it now. I can hear it. I can put it back on.
to be honest, it's his fault, really.
Really? Should have been clearer. Oh. Oh, no.
All we can say, Sky, beyond this evidence that we've gathered, the only other person that we had suspected was Sight of Seven, and to be honest, there are many ghosts who keep secrets, or they believe that there is power in them.
I don't suspect her anymore. No more than I suspect anyone else.
If this comes to a vote, I don't want to hold anyone back.
Yeah.
As much as that may disadvantage us to bring someone back to full power that's against us, I don't like the idea of holding back the cure now that we know it exists.
Think of it this way. If this spurs them to action, even if they are a traitor or an enemy,
They'll feel
at least they'll do something definitive that we can hold against them and stop them.
This isn't how it's supposed to be done. This moving through in secret. It feels so wrong. You move with the pack. You disagree with the pack, you make that known. You leave the pack. You do not stay within the pack.
Poisoning it from the inside.
That's why we want to destroy them. They suck.
Those who dance the spiral believe that they believe in what they're doing.
And they managed to make us stop believing in our own cause.
We could figure out how it was done. But I don't believe any of us can right now.
We still need to restore the memories. We still need to restore the... Fuck, I can't say
Oh,
it.
yeah, right, yeah,
sorry
okay.
about that, because packet losses.
We still need to
We
restore
still need
you
to
all.
restore what was lost.
You could just turn away from pack. It'd be so rude.
No.
So fucking rude.
Restore what was lost. We still need to do that.
There's a lot we need to do. There's a lot that feels just within reach or just out of reach. I wish that I could just go over somewhere and cut some throats out.
And Sky just howls. Just bursts forth in this howl of pure frustration and rage and release. It's very loud in this small room. Well, it's not that small room. It's still loud.
Right. Yeah. It echoes.
We're in a bunker.
Apotheosis walks up to Sky, puts one hand on her shoulder. Do you need a moment to talk? Sky shakes her head. No, I just didn't realize that today would be so different.
Sister. Cleaves the lie. How many more of these do you have in you today?
I'd be tempted to say as many as you need.
That was the last one. You need rest, yeah?
Yes.
Great. Sky, we should probably converse with you and Apotheosis. Honestly, it should be the two of your decisions as to who is next in line.
Not mine.
Why not?
The members of my cairn are taken care of.
Oh, did we also do any percent?
Yeah,
Okay, great.
skipped over.
Oh, great. Oh,
No,
fab.
I knew he was on the waiting list, and that was fine.
He's being bumped down there.
Ooh, what about code 902 though?
902 is not okay.
I was about to say.
I'm so happy putting him at the bottom of the list.
Bro, where's he even been?
I mean, maybe he'll be useful once we remove the
He
block.
lied.
Wait, are we missing anyone else? That
From
can't be it.
Downstream, it's a very small.
Yeah.
Good
care
lord. What about you?
concept. What about me? I'm
You
not
weren't
affected.
blocked.
Are we sure?
Excuse me.
Traitor! Get him!
PvP.
FBI, open up.
One night ultimate werewolf.
What the hell?
Alright then, Sky. It should be your call.
For one, we're going to make sure that you stay protected. You are the only one who can fix this right now. Which makes you incredibly valuable, and it also makes you a target.
If there's some way of finding out that this has happened.
So far, no.
So far, no.
Yeah, but if...
Everyone who knows about this is here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which means we'll know our list of suspects if something happens, but I hate the idea that something could happen.
Then we'll all stay here. No one leaves. If that's all right with you, and Apotheosis, no one in or out.
You're fucking kidding me.
It's about time we had a little bit of paranoia.
No, I just hate the idea of being pent up here. I understand it. Just might have to do some more repairs if I'm trapped in here for much longer.
Want me to fuck up another room for you?
Oh, I want to fuck up a room.
Fair enough.
Not the three of you. You can go.
You trust us.
You've been proven. But I'm going to ask that the three of you travel together. Until such time as you come back here. Apotheosis then looks to Dante specifically. Keep your phone on. Not on silent, not on vibrate. The instant that you try to make contact with us or us with you, you respond.
Yeah.
Don't leave the city tonight.
Okay.
Come back here if you're going to go anywhere. But don't leave each other alone.
Zach, are you staying here?
I guess.
You can come back with us if you want. You'd have to stick with us, though. She's not even giving the opportunity for anyone else to, lay
Let's
claim
back
to
and
him.
forth between everybody for a second. We'll go with you.
You're sticking with us?
Yeah.
Okay.
And do us a favor.
Mhm.
When you do come back, we might need refreshments. Please don't tell anyone else about what's happened.
Text any specific items that you want us to pick up.
Okay. Go ahead.
Sky, as soon as we can find a way across to Stag, we'll go. I hope you understand.
There's no point in killing ourselves to see Stag.
Exactly.
I understand. So we'll wait.
I just hate that's what they've done. But we're gonna fix it.
There's no price that they will pay to make up for what they've done to the gauntlet around Weathered Storm.
That's right.
They will not survive. This isn't about vengeance. I just want to win.
We will. We're gonna hunt them down. Like I said, pretty soon, we'll have 2 targets. 2 things that we can go after and tear apart. 2 enemies of Gaia. Should have said they just did.
And Zach pipes up, plenty of glory to go around. And then everybody turns and there's like a, as they all look at Zach and he's like, what?
That's one of the 3 types of renown, right?
Let's try.
He's been doing his reading.
Maybe you didn't read.
Of course.
Here, take this. Werewolf 5th edition. I'll tell you everything.
I've marked some important pages.
That was a safety card.
Yeah, I
Troyan's calling an Uber, I guess.
we nod and we start to go.
Just to verify,
Oh.
I know you also were just that there was a similar change with any percent. He wasn't just like seemingly unchanged or anything.
Yeah.
Great. Cool.
Any percent was hesitant initially because he was like, well, I was wrong. And then
Oh yeah,
the thing is, he was complacent.
right.
Great.
He was never one of them. He was seduced by them and falling under that path, but
Right.
he never actually danced the spiral. Otherwise, I don't think you would have spared him.
Oh no, I mean we
No.
barely spared him as it is, really.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like
Yeah.
we messed him up a couple of times.
They were like
Closest I've
pulling
ever
him-
come to killing someone for being a dumbass.
Yeah,
Closest I've ever come.
they were pulling him along the spin. And he was
Yeah,
like, oh,
indeed.
okay.
Indeed.
This is fun. Yeah.
Oh boy.
All right, off we go.
He's my dumbass rapprochement. I'll do it.
That's it. Yeah, we're leaving downstream.
Yeah.
The members of downstream alongside Sky. Zach, I guess.
Zach's coming with us.
Oh yeah, right. Okay, and Cleves is staying as well.
So, people who are currently in downstream:
Oh boy.
Cleaves the Lie, Apotheosis, Sky, Any Percent, To the Moon, Packet Loss. People who are leaving, the 3 of you, Zach.
Man. Oh, Dusk is presumably
Oh,
still
yeah,
resting.
Dusk is still-
Dusk is there, but is
Yeah,
apart. and
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
His
Packet
eye has
Loss
not
is like-
done anything to Dusk. yet.
No, correct. Yeah. I feel like Packet Loss is just like, whoa, why am I locked? Like, what the hell, man?
Dusk is playing Fortnite. Yeah, more packet loss, eh?
Sucks for
You
you.
showed up.
Yeah, they're just gonna have a win party. Damn it.
Yeah, that's nice.
Is that something that we're going to do one day?
Oh,
A land
yeah.
We have
So-
so many computers.
But the question is which game?
So the Spire, we established this. See, that's not a multiplayer game. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Everyone does the
we'll
deal
make
with
it
time.
So, is this going to be a thing where
Oh.
we're just all going to have a computer? We're going to set it up. We'll put one camera on us so that we'll all stream to our own separate channels, but yet you'll still have the camera for all of us.
Yeah.
Is that happening? We're all just going to.
Well, we even
Fucking
had a few
trash talk
streams like
ourselves
that
on
with Left 4 Dead, right?
Yeah.
Like you could tune into any one of our streams and see that POV. So that's super fun. We also have just the right amount of players to do a Stardew multiplayer game. I'm just saying we could each have our
They
own.
extended.
extend it. Now there's
Did
a.
they? Yeah, I think there's like 6 or 8
long
now.
time
Yeah, me
since I've
too.
played.
I barely played 1.5 and now there's 1.6.
Oh,
Time to learn Stardew Valley.
You've been talking about wanting to do a JoJo Mart playthrough for ages. You traitorous.
It's kind of really
fiend.
easy, I gotta say. Like, it felt like such a cakewalk. I was like, oh, I just need money.
A cakewalk?
A cakewalk.
That's so good.
A cakewalk is what I meant to say.
Mm.
No, off we go. For 2. PNG tuber.
PG2.
I'm excited to see what this
I
is.
really want to see
Yeah.
what Scott's VTuber would look like.
I'm just picturing a Canadian from South Park, so I would just go bop, 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 bop. Where'd you?
We can afford that.
The bar?
Why?
Well, we can all sleep there and talk, I guess.
Yeah, we have to stick together. I can't go stake out the museum. I can't bust down the doors of Black Watch and Otter All of Twilight.
No, we need everyone.
Trust me, I am right there with you in wanting to do that, but if we wait just like a few more days, we can have so much
I know.
strength at our disposal.
Pissed.
So am I. Trust me.
I don't think staking out the museum is a bad idea.
They know your faces.
That's... Yeah, you're right. Obviously. Okay.
What happened to you there?
We were taken prisoner by a stolen moon.
He asks about stolen moons.
Yeah, and Dante tells him in
Education.
relatively diplomatic terms considering how fucking fucked up stolen moons are.
The parasitic leech. Look, oh,
Try and, like,
use this
Yeah.
less diplomatic language when piping in.
That seems like it would be pretty awful, but there's a problem with what they're doing.
You mean what do you mean there's lots of problems? What do you mean?
They can they can put on illusions, masks. But there's a fundamental misunderstanding of what's going on.
Yeah, they're not Guru at the end of the day.
They don't know what it's like to open one of those flimsy takeout containers, just have that smell of curry
Zach,
rise up.
don't.
No, this you're gonna hear. Just this next sentence, and then I'll be quiet. And there's a part where like it looks like he's very frightened of Troy. Just for a moment.
I mean,
Macris is frightened for Zach.
Dante wants to hear what comes next.
Yeah.
Dante's popcorning.
Yeah.
Which means that whatever they do from now on, they don't know anything that can hurt you. Everything they could have done to hurt you, they've already done. They can't hurt you anymore. And so you have the advantage now.
Yeah, because I can hurt them. We know they can bleed. And we're going to make them bleed. A lot.
Yes.
And then some.
Yes.
Zach, I don't know if you're trying to do some like inspirational thing or whatever, but I think that's really dangerous thinking. They can't hurt us anymore. This thing has command or connections within a company, a corporation, a front that is able to affect the world we live in.
Emotional hurt.
They can hurt Gaia, they can't hurt me.
They've done the worst they could possibly do to try and...
All stories are filled with lies. Every one of them. The biggest lie is that the assumption is that just because one story ended one way means that all stories will end that way. And that's not true. Sometimes things change, and sometimes heroes fail us, and sometimes the bad guys give up. But why do we listen to stories in the first place? What I'm telling you now is that these people have hurt you so much. They've taken away the identities of all the Guru on this island. They've managed to mine the gauntlet. And they've managed to even take the things that give us the most comfort in a world that already has taken so much from us and twist it. We may not all survive, but they can't hurt us anymore.
The speech really isn't helping reduce my desire to put my fists through things.
I'm not trying to get you to stop your rage. I'm new to this. But when push comes to shove and you're standing in front of them, the little psychological tricks aren't going to work anymore.
The only thing that kept me hesitating was the fact that I was chained head to foot. I promise you, when I get the chance, there will be no second guessing, no hesitation, no doubt.
I'll remember that.
If there's somewhere where Troyan can walk away, she walks away.
walk away.
If they're in an Uber, she does not tuck and roll.
Yeah.
If we're in an Uber, she
I
just
feel like
turns.
you're able
We'll not be
to-
discussing this in an Uber.
No.
No. I feel like at this point, Macros is definitely at least 2 rage.
Sure. All of you can be at 2 rage if you want.
Rage!
Dante, like, there's like an understanding, but whether or not Zach chooses to pursue this, there's like there's a certain degree of like I still don't buy it on his face. Yeah, that's for sure.
He's gonna let Troyan like walk ahead of everybody to get into the bar first.
Yeah.
I don't know if Macros is staying behind to listen or if she's busting through in.
No, she'll stay in hearing distance.
Zach's gonna turn to Dante. You've spent almost the entire time that I've been with you lecturing other Guru. Now, you had a good point, apparently.
Oh.
But nothing you said to them fixed the problem as much as what you did. You found a way to get them help. And now they're getting it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. And there's this moment of like, I absolutely do care, but like, I don't care if Troyan hates. As long as she remembers what I said when the moment comes.
And she will.
I'd like to think that's true. But somebody who is so set against this, somebody whose heart has already closed all other options and is ready to do what has to be done, they don't tell a Galliard no. She's still hurting. And I just want to make sure that when the moment comes and they try to use this face against her again, that she won't hurt as much as she might hate me for bringing it up. If she remembers me in that moment instead of her own pain. It might be the one thing that she'll need. At least that's what they were trying to teach me back there.
It's noble.
I see.
You're saying that you can dish it out, but you can't take it?
No. I'm just surprised. There is a rage that comes from pain. It's destructive and it's self-destructive, but it's there and it's real. Why would we close ourselves off to that as a source of power?
Because I've seen what Troyan can do when she's focused. She saved my life. You all did.
We're gonna do what it takes, Zach.
But there's one other thing that Apotheosis told me.
Okay.
And here it's like, now I'm definitely on thin fucking ice.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Nobody owns someone else's story.
Right?
Troyan doesn't get to determine when I sing about Portia.
Oh, fuck.
I'm just gonna sit outside for a little bit. I'm not gonna leave the window. You'll see me. And he goes and he sits down, and there's very much a like heavy breathing, heavy breathing, heavy breathing.
You can sing when you want, but you better be damn ready for the consequences of your choices. Pick the wrong time and her fist will go through your face as much as she cares about you. Mine might get there first.
Although,
Heavy breathing.
yeah, counterpoint. Courage is taking the path towards the most fear. So I say, fucking good on you, Zach.
I didn't exactly show up during an easy time, did I?
I don't know if there's ever really an easy time. But no, you definitely didn't.
I just don't want to be the Galliard that everyone else assumes I should be.
No, you gotta find your own path. I get it. That's what the three of us are trying to do. Figure out what our pack is for and about. And I think we know intuitively, but finding our own path.
You don't know?
I mean, if you put a gun to my head and say, write it down. No, I don't think so.
Thought it was obvious, but
I feel it. I'll know it. All right, Mr. Galliard, what do you think our pack is?
I'm not opening my mouth again for the night. I'm not that stupid. But I think I know what you are. Maybe in the next couple of days, we'll see if I'm right.
Die trying. How about that? Macris heads off towards Troyan and presumably the alcohol.
And then Dante just turns around and goes, try not to die trying. If you can. And also heads into...
I thought we were talking about our names.
Yeah, like
our pack. We were
stubborn
going to be
asses.
called Die Trying.
Die
because
Trying.
We'll see what's going to happen, and we will die trying.
No, that's a great
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
pack name. Oh,
Yeah.
my bad.
Like
yeah.
in memoriam, Die Trying. Realize,
memoriam.
realize the pack, Die Trying.
When you walk into the bar,
Oh my god.
how are you feeling as you walk into the bar?
It's funny, she's pissed, but in a good way, because she'd already, like, her time with Slade actually already dragged her out of that like morose, and especially watching other people like lose their complacency, she's feeling like more fired up than she has in a little bit. So she's like, I know Zach thinks she's angry at him. She would have been if she'd stuck around, but she left before that, so she's actually not bad. She's okay.
He's a wee little galliolette.
Yeah.
Oh, galliolette!
You know.
A little galette, a little potato galette.
I mean,
I will say if he had said to her face, "You don't get to decide when I sing about Portia," her fist
you
would have
don't
gone
decide when I do it.
into the wall.
Practice is like, buddy, you need to
That
know.
was
There's like a hole.
This is signing your own death warrant.
So that was for the best that she was not for.
Oh, like, yeah, like you do have the freedom of speech. You
I
also
love
have the
that.
freedom to receive the
You will
consequences
also
of that
receive
speech.
the consequences. Yeah. So she's okay. She's happy to be back at the bar.
Hey, it's good to see you.
You too, Shonk.
You're, looking well.
Thanks. How are things?
Quiet. Mostly quiet. And he tilts his head over to one of the booths. Sitting at that booth is somebody who you've never seen sit at a booth before.
Okay.
But it's Theo.
Because he's always been at the bar.
Yeah.
He always
Good.
sits at the bar.
I forgot his last name was Quarry.
Awesome. I've declared it.
There's a fight.
What?
Nothing major.
No, tell me everything, please.
Somebody came in.
What do they look like?
So he gives a more detailed, because Shonk is very precise about this, but I'm not going to go into that much. No, you know what? Here. And he pulls out a sketch.
How good is it, scale of 1 to 10?
It's like an 8.
Wow.
Shonky!
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Shonk provides a
Stand
sketch.
Shonk.
It's not somebody who you've seen before or that you recognize. Somebody who has like a heavy set man, balding, with a nasty looking expression on his face, very bushy eyebrows, a New England Patriots bomber jacket.
Just waiting for chat to explode on that one.
What, the Patriots?
Yeah, everyone has strong opinions on,
Oh, okay.
on things.
I mean, I'm just like, New England must be Northern Guard.
Yeah. But
Oh, we'll see. Because it's a bomber
But
jacket,
Northern Guard
not a
is
biker
New
jacket.
England. They're like upstate New York.
That is
Right.
kind of the same
Not really.
region.
Not,
They wouldn't cheer for the Patriots.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so this person came in and what happened?
He sat next to Theo. They had a conversation. It got nasty. I wasn't paying attention until the very end of it. The guy smashed a bottle. Theo pushed him out of the bar.
Theo pushed him out of the bar.
I had no idea. Look at the guy. He must weigh like 120 pounds.
Thanks, Shonk.
I mean, I gave him a drink, but he said he didn't want to sit at the bar anymore. Moved into a booth.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to him.
Yeah.
And she moves over to the booth. Hey, Theo. What happened?
I got the impression that the person who was coming in here was actually coming in here to stir up some shit, to sort of engage in a situation where they were going to find you, and then they were going to see if that they can do to find out more information about you and your comings and goings and your friends' comings and goings. And I decided that I didn't want to let that happen, so I talked to them and I said that they got the wrong impression, that you weren't actually anybody all that special anyway. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to imply that you weren't all that
Not
special.
taken,
but
it's fine.
Then when the person had a thing, I took him out of the bar and I killed him.
Where's the body?
I wouldn't worry.
Is it on the bar premises?
I can't count that high. I have friends.
Was the corpse searched?
Yes.
Great, thanks.
I don't think you have to worry. He wasn't special like you are.
Appreciate that, but anyone who knows our names and is digging into us, there's a thread that needs to be followed and a head that needs to be cut off.
Informants. Unfortunately, there's going to be people who are going to be contacted and there's going to be questions asked about you and all of that. I don't think he understood what he was asking about.
Do you have a sense of who he was working for?
Yes.
Who?
The worst kind of people.
If you'd
I don't
said
know.
that about 3 days ago, I would have immediately jumped to a conclusion, but now there are multiple individuals who fit that category. So who would you say is the worst kind of people?
Maybe you better get your friends in here.
Cut to Magris.
Nagris, open the door, and Dante is right behind her.
You'll go. He's right
God,
back.
but yeah, what, he specifically wasn't supposed to be gone.
Seeing that Trian is at a booth, she gets a drink from the bar and joins.
Dante
Yeah.
also, grabs a drink and heads over. Not before saying, "Hey, Sean, good to see you." Blah blah blah.
Someone
Over to
was
the-
asking about us.
There's a difference between the number of people who are actually interested in you and how they would go about doing this sort of thing. Project Twilight wouldn't actually use informants like this. They have their own methods of surveillance, and honestly, I don't think they're actually
Just
that concerned
quick pause. Someone was asking about us, came to the bar. Theo ushered him out and killed him.
Good on you. I think you
Please
can
proceed.
pause now. Yeah.
I don't think the Project Twilight would have been doing that sort of thing. I don't think they're actually interested in you as individuals, and they certainly wouldn't care about your names or your places of business.
They're the people who found me at the morgue. Me and Vincent.
Yeah. Them.
Who the fuck is
Who are
Vincent?
them?
Who the fuck is them?
Vincent's an old friend of mine.
You have a lot of those.
He apparently has a really good reputation. He also seems to really like you.
Can you blame him?
He wouldn't shut up about her.
What?
And I thought I talked a lot.
So, how many other groups of specials have you been sprinkling information about Clemata to?
You're talking as if I owe you silence and I don't?
No, I'm just curious how many other people you're pulling strings with.
He
How many other
asked.
people you're steering.
Because they're interfering with his place, his turf, his territory. That's all he really cares about is that building. It's kind of selfish, really, but at the same time, he trades in information just like I do. Sometimes his information is really good, so I help him every once in a while.
His place is a morgue?
Who was this group then that saw you, Macris, and this person who came in here? Who was it? Not the worst kind of people. Who were they?
Wait, I'm not sure that I understand exactly what you're asking.
Who are, like,
What
they're
is
not
the organization?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not Project Twilight.
What are they?
I think they're spirals.
You killed a spiral.
No, I killed an informant.
Okay. All right, fine. I was gonna say, Jesus Christ, we need to start taking you everywhere.
Why would they call me Diane? If they
Because
are.
you are. And they're not. They've decided that the world needs to go another direction.
Spirals exist beyond our kind.
No. I don't know. I'm not a spiral. I don't exactly know everything about them.
They're of the worm.
Yes. Which means that I'm against them. And so are you. I'm Gaian, just like you are. Even though we don't necessarily get along in all ways. Look, the lines were drawn in battle a very long time ago. But I think they're looking for you. And I think they know where you are. But I don't think that they're ready to confront you.
I don't like that they're at the bar.
They're not.
We're got here.
They
Figured
sent
it
somebody
out.
else here. Because they're not ready to step on your turf. You see, they have their own rules. They can't just openly attack you. And as much as they may not care about the same things that you do, there are certain things, like the veil, that they understand the reasoning behind. The instant that they step foot on here, then it's not just a few battles or skirmishes, it's all out war. And I don't think they're ready for that. Which means that maybe, just maybe, you have an advantage here. Because if they're not ready for war and you are, then to me that says probably a pretty good thing about what's going to go on here.
Mhm.
Right?
Marshalling the troops as we speak.
Interesting. What do you mean?
It's best we not talk about that. Yet. Things aren't yet set in stone.
It's fair.
We're hoping that we can act soon.
Do you have any idea of where they congregate?
No. No, but I can tell you a few clues. Wherever they are, if they've been there for any length of time, that's not a place you're ever going to want to be ever again. They live in decay. They feed from it.
So I can see why they would be on Vincent's turf then.
Vincent's a good guy. I hope you're not planning on killing him.
As long as he doesn't do anything that would lead me to kill someone.
I don't think so. At the moment, he just wants to be left alone.
Yeah, he hasn't answered my text.
He won't. Not until tonight. It's still daylight out.
Mm-hmm. Macros is just like,
He keeps odd
Okay.
hours.
And we're all like, oh, okay, yeah, we get it. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, sure. We're all like, oh, shit.
yeah.
Yeah, who doesn't, you know, in this economy?
I own a bar.
Yeah, exactly.
Zane.
At 10 a.m. God, that's early. Look. I tried to protect you as best as I could. The only way that I knew how to do that was to make sure that he couldn't get back to them.
Appreciated. Maybe they'll be a little more scared.
Do you...
They already are scared. That's one of the things that I think is one of the hardest for any guru, and he says guru very specifically here, to understand. As much as you've been losing, you still have the power to reverse all of this. One of the things that everybody recognizes is that you are spoilers. The fight didn't end. Kept going. You have no choice but to fight. You're created to fight. It's the only thing that you actually can do better than anything else. I understand rage, but I don't understand it like you do. I feel it, but I don't feel it like you do. And I've seen what you can do. So have they. They're always going to be scared of you.
Have you had to bring things to final conclusions often? I know it's common for us.
To kill, you mean? I've killed before.
Okay.
I'm kind of an omen of death. But that's alright.
I'm just checking in, you know, if you're shaken up after your first kill or whatever.
That's really appreciated. You know, the last time that somebody was very, very kind to me, I actually... Oh, you don't actually need to hear that story. But at the same time, whenever I feel down, just hearing somebody give a shit, it really makes a difference to me. And I hope you understand that when I give a shit about you, it's you specifically. I'm not necessarily drawing lines. I'm not saying that I'm on your side in terms of like the whole Guru versus the others. And, you know, you weren't there necessarily for the War of Rage, but we're not going to talk about that at the moment. At the same time, you as individuals, I can still care about. And that's why I killed a guy tonight.
And we appreciate it.
And we have and will continue to kill for you.
Yeah.
If that's not true friendship, I don't know what is.
But you found Mbatu.
What's left of her?
And you found the other Mbatu.
So you know.
I was there.
Thank you for telling us.
I was there on the mountain. Look, your friends might have done a good job of protecting the cairn, but that doesn't mean that they have protected the rest of the mountain, and those seeds are still there. And I don't know what they're going to do. For all I know, it's going to do exactly what Clamato was planning on doing. Just grow trees. And that's great. Who doesn't love a tree? Of course, you've never really spent a night in a tree, have you? It's really peaceful, idyllic. The leaves start talking to you. It's wonderful. They don't. I'm just kidding.
Still
Please
sounds
don't
nice.
talk.
Okay. Still sounds nice, though. We can't just dig everything up, salt the earth, tear up all the trees.
Unless that's what they've done. Unless they've salted the earth.
Oh, God.
We know that they're trying to remove something, some sort of power, some sort of energy, some sort of stability from the mountain.
The mountain doesn't have a very long lifespan at this point.
It is dying.
You can't even get in and out of the Umbra anymore there, can you?
How do you know about that?
You're not the only ones who can go through the gauntlet.
Have you had trouble too?
I haven't tried. Because I've seen what's happened.
So yes, you're right. They've made it so that passing through the gauntlet on the mountain is dangerous, to say the least.
You managed to force Alice's hand, though. That was interesting. Probably responsible for why she's dead. Congratulations, by the way. I hope it felt good.
Would have felt better in different circumstances. It was survival at that point.
One of the things about a 14th round in a boxing match is that both people barely have enough energy to stand, let alone fling punches. That doesn't make the fight any less impressive. But sometimes it's the people who go the distance who manage to win. Do you like boxing? I kind of hate boxing. I sort of hate the idea that there's a sport out there that just is about giving brain damage to somebody else. When you're sitting there and you're watching, there's this sort of like noblesse that's implied on them, that they're wonderful, gentlemanly creatures who are adhering to specific rules, and that it is the purest form of combat. But at the same time, all I can think of is that you're just sloshing that brain up against your skull over and over again. And the padding that's on your hands, it's not actually to make sure that you don't do as much damage. It's to protect your hands so that you can punch even harder. So
I'm sure you hate it when they fight in hockey. He like references the Canadians, the Habs jersey.
that's
I'm sure
entirely different.
Is it? Oh, my bad. How is it different, Theo?
So
God damn it!
I'm
I
gonna
shouldn't
give
have
you a
asked
chance
my
to
question. I do want to interrupt, but I don't.
Torian does slide out of the booth.
Oh, what? You know what? Dante got himself into this. Dante can get himself out.
I-
Fuck.
I feel one of these is important to flash on there.
Oh,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
of course. Yes, we all.
I don't like fighting in hockey.
Yeah.
Stop it.
The game's really compelling as it is. Put
Yeah.
the fighting in the fighting games.
Look, Theo, it's okay. We don't need to talk too much about sports right now. Your metaphor stands. We gotta go the distance, and we gotta figure out a way. We have business in the Umbra. We might not be able to take care of it until we've managed to heal the gauntlet enough to get through.
You're going to have to find a way to get through. And it looks like there's only one safe way to get through right now. Say
Right.
that again?
Talons. Sorry.
Talismans? Talons?
Talons.
Yeah.
Lands. Elliot.
Right.
Shadow shards. Shadow shards seem to be able to get you there and back. Sort of skips whatever's mined in the gauntlet.
Alice had some sort of supply. Or rather, I should say the spirals had some sort of supply.
You don't have any, do you?
Do we know where Alice lived? She
She
from
called.
Laura.
No. I don't know where Alice lived. I'm sure that maybe some other people did.
Like her friends. People that she thought were her friends. That thought they were her friend.
Yeah.
However that works.
On the one hand, it would be foolish to have a stash at her apartment, but maybe.
She was a theurge,
Yeah, why?
which means that she was more likely more than anybody else to be the one creating.
It's true. It's true.
Find where she lives. Maybe that's the answer.
Make a call. Sky.
To Sky. To Sky. You want me to make a call to Sky?
Macros, could you make a call to Sky?
You want me to talk to someone? No, I'm just kidding. Beep, boop.
Please tell me that
S-
whenever Macros tells
K-
the phone, it's always like,
Why?
Yeah.
It is honestly a good shout. It's true, maybe she still had a few. She wasn't expecting to be done going into the Umbra, I'm sure.
No, she was very smug.
Not really what I meant, but yeah, you're right.
Troyan quietly informs Shank that Theo now has a $100 credited tab under his...
Oh, you mean that we're knocking $100 off of his tab that already exists?
How big is his tab? They're supposed to be settled at the end of the night. What have you been doing? How much debt are we in?
Not him, though. He's...
Not today.
All right.
No.
He's... I'm kind of surprised he's not already in his cups.
Damn, Theo. Oh, sorry, I'm not there.
Phone answers. Hi.
I'm calling? Okay, great.
I
Yeah,
saw you
I
do
was
the
I was being silly, but 'cause
Oh.
I assumed Dante would, but I'm totally happy to. Great, hi.
You called me?
Yeah,
Hello?
I mean,
so
I'm not upset.
you know the situation with how we can't cross the gauntlet.
Yeah.
We're wondering if Alice might have possibly had a stash at her place. Do you know where she lived?
A stash of...
Shadow shards.
This is what they were called,
Yeah.
By Theo.
Kate knows Macros is like new word.
Yes, I know where she lived. And she gives you an address.
Thank you. How are you all holding up?
Stir crazy again.
There's a lot of reminiscing.
I don't think this is going to undo the last many years, but it's good to see some fight in him again.
There are times where you have to rip off a scar so that it can heal properly. We just wish you were here.
We can come back if you're all that bored.
We're not bored. I just wish you were here. me know
Long
what-
silence.
Hello?
Let me know what you see.
Thanks.
And then the phone hangs up.
Boop.
No, she said scar and she meant scar.
Address.
The address is the corner of Cavendish and Sherbrooke.
Oh my god,
Dante's
the
neighbor.
most decayed corner in all of Montreal.
No, no,
no,
that
I
would be
get it.
Walkley.
apartment.
That's where I live.
And your
No, I
roommate
do.
this whole time.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god.
No, I do. Yeah.
The tower
Oh, maybe. Or
tall
perhaps
tower
the
above the crockery store.
Or maybe the little 3-story across.
Is it where we used to watch Lost so many years ago?
Look, let's not cross reality with this.
That's not. Historical docs yourself. I don't know.
To the map.
Dogs.
Sherbrooke.
It's so historical.
Sherbrooke.
Hee hee hee.
Cavendish.
Further down.
Is there old
There it is.
There we go. That big
Yeah.
orange
There's the Provigo.
Z shape. Yeah.
the wheel club? It's on the map. It's on the map. It's on the map.
Oh,
That's why
so
I'm saying.
charming.
Nice. The shitty buildings.
But actually,
Because what we would call south, which is that way on the map, across Sherbrooke, is like this big tower that's just recently like redid. It's outside. It's all like
That's
fancy.
right.
They have a doorman.
I didn't realize they redid their building. Oh,
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Alice's home.
So to give you an idea,
Yeah. It looks so far when you put it this way. I'm just like, it's just the Deej. Oh yeah, that is a
And the
ways
freaking
away.
park is like
Yeah.
still way off
Good
that
lord.
way.
Off the
Or
map.
it's like still off the map.
Yeah.
distance.
Yeah.
Not far from Theo's old place.
We better start.
Let's go to the map. I feel good. No one. If you can tell me where that's from, what reference that's from, I'd be very impressed. But I think it might be just past your.
I'm hoping it's Carmen San Diego.
Yes.
It feels like
really?
it. Yeah.
I'd say it
It's
felt
from
correct.
it's from the PBS.
Yeah.
Carmen
I was
San Diego.
making a joke.
The chief goes, Greg, let's go to the map. And then Rockapella goes, I feel good. And then,
Yes, rock.
like as they run off onto the whatever map.
Yay.
That was a great show. Whatever.
It still is. I refuse to believe that it's not there.
Let's be real.
Midnight field trip to
What?
not midnight. I guess it's still daytime.
Daytime field trip.
Oh, it's getting on.
It's getting on.
Sun's going down.
We
It'll
should
be dark soon.
We should be careful.
Mm-hmm.
It's a residential area, but there could be a connection to a hive. We just need to be careful.
Could be anything. Could just be a
Uh,
department.
As you turn your head, by the way, you can still see the back of Zach's head as he's sitting just outside the bar.
Ah,
Good.
yeah. He has to come with, like.
Oh,
we
yeah.
We can't
Yeah.
keep him. So we can't keep him from us. I mean, we have to.
Treating him like a puppy. Like, oh, I wanted to go out, but like we're at the puppy, so I guess the puppy's got to come with us.
I'm treating him more as a new baby.
That exactly.
Yeah, just like that.
That we are.
Yes, you are, buddy.
And that's where you're going to head.
Yeah, that's where we're heading.
West-ish.
Beautiful button.
Thank you.
Then I think we'll end the session there.
Okay.
It's actually a decent neighborhood overall. It's just that it's at a section of the neighborhood that's far enough from downtown that it's not like the super expensive, and it's not so far that it's like the families with the houses sort of thing. And it's like a busy intersection. So it's a decent neighborhood, but yeah, there are definitely like cheaper apartments and fancier apartments, and they're basically across from each other.
There's a lot of, not right there, but like the neighborhood was known for gangs over the years
Wait.
as well. Yeah. No, like a very
2
specific.
blocks over, but
But
yes.
like
God lived on that.
19th
Yeah,
century.
he did. As soon as I heard it, I was like, how are you alive?
Oh, the wildest little old Italian landlady. Anyway, that's the whole thing. She's very cute. It's neither here nor there. Hooray! We did it, John. We did it.
I like to think that I did it. Wait,
We. No, we.
Scott,
Yes.
what'd you learn today?
I learned that stargazers potentially have access to a gift that allows them to wipe minds, not completely, but blank them in some way. I learned that Dante wants to know more about that. That's what I learned.
Kate?
I learned. That Theo's killed before.
I really have. Do you want to know the list of the people that I've killed? Because I can give you a detailed list. I keep it in a little logbook, except the
Honestly?
logbook is more like something inside my head.
Marcus would be curious what kinds of shit he's been up to, but save that.
The important thing to realize is that every round that I remain in combat, I gain 1 strength.
Nice.
I learned that the BSDs are finally considering the 3 Fs a legit threat.
Oh, are we going with the 3 Fs?
It's like FMK, but it's
Can we
just
have 3 Fs in
FFF.
chat, please?
Fuck,
Thank you very
fuck,
much.
and fuck.
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 Frenzy. No. Yeah, fuck frenzy and fuck up.
Wait, who's?
3
You know
times.
what? No, I don't want to answer that question. It's very funny.
Oh, the moot point is up.
I can't wait.
Darn fuckiest.
We're like the goddamn 3 Stooges over here.
We can all tell who the fuck this is, can we? I'm not actually sure.
Yeah, Splooey, I'm definitely. Who are you? Damn it, Splooey.
So the moot point is, why does Scoots tear the edges of his notes? Is it a nervous habit, a memory tool, it's a code, or an oath to a spirit?
Are you referring to this?
Oh my god, it does look like you've been gnawing
You
at the
can't
side.
tell.
I know what it is.
Okay.
Don't say
Oh,
it.
yeah. Sorry,
Oh,
that's right. Yeah.
Fix that, but
Wow,
Sorry, 'cause that's the
Jesus,
moot-
look at that
that's the moot
screen
point.
cap.
Because that's the moot point. Okay.
Scott, do you want to call out one of your players?
Yes, I do. I would like to call out Liz as Tryon. I really appreciated how I just really appreciated, even though it was a small moment, with Zach. He's taking space as a new guru, and you found a way to have Tryon be both supportive of that and also don't fuck with my shit. This is my shit. I'm dealing with it. And I just feel like it's very important. It's very true to her that this part of her life is still a big deal. And until we reach a resolution with the Stolen Moon, I don't know if we're going to ever really know to what extent is Tryon going to be only growing out of this trauma, and to what extent is Tryon going to move past it. I don't know. But it's a nice moment to add to that. As well.
I loved how Macris didn't even while caring for Cleaves the Lie's shit, even while doing laundry, she was still pushing him and still being so ragabash. And it was within 5 minutes of us starting that she said something that was
Drove him to frenzy.
practically
Yeah,
frenzy
literally.
worthy, and then he did frenzy eventually.
I
and
believe it was, so you gave up on that?
Yeah.
Just like you
it was
gave
just
up on...
it was
Everything
incredible, and I just it's
Womp.
it's so very Macris. And so even while she's like I'm gonna clean your sheets, or hey, your clothes are all bloody, wear a clean shirt, she can still really push those buttons every time.
And it had the desired effect. It wasn't just I give up on everything. Sink into couch. Become one with couch.
And then you could be like, oh, mattress away, and then you could like, huh?
Hands up everybody here who has at one point in their lives become one with couch.
Oh yeah, be real.
Like,
No hesitation. There were a couple times that Dante had some little momentos. Just trying to pick one.
yeah.
Yeah, at the end with Zach, with continuing to engage with him and push back with him, even though he's young and he's trying to be cool and stuff. Just continuing. You're not going to cut him all the slack in the world. I like that Dante will still push back when he feels like people are in the wrong.
Yeah, I do. I feel like that interaction with Zach today really something came up specifically, and I flagged for myself a moment where I was like, oh wait, I think Dante thinks he's better than quite a few people. I think he's actually quite arrogant. I was like, well, shit, where did that come from?
I
Like,
feel
just
like
had that moment where I
our
was
group
like,
has a lot of arrogance
Yes,
to it.
I will allow it,
And it's a
yes.
tricky line to walk because we're seeing a bunch of, now we understand why they're complacent, but they're like, don't tell us what to do. And we're like, but we're right. And it's, it's so dumb because it's like, we're not trying to be superior. It's just happening. So, yeah. Anyway, I love that.
I love it.
love that.
You're the most Jork.
Oh god, I feel what is peak Jorg? Is my question. I don't know. I really liked the John. I really liked how Cleaves the Lie was able to sort of like just the communicating of what the gift looked like and seeing individual gurus' reactions. We're not necessarily going to see every single person's reaction to it, or maybe we will. I don't know. But it was really cool to see Sky. Have that to see what fully unleashed feeling of rage does to her as opposed to anyone else, you know? That was really cool. It's great art.
So, Scott,
Hello.
the result of the moot point is in. Incidentally, the way that Aragorn sent me the results of the moot point, it actually just popped up on my watch directly. which is
Oh,
kind of perfect.
fabulous.
It's a tie.
Okay.
People think that it's a code or
Okay.
it looks to a spirit. Now, do you want to let them know exactly what the answer is, or do you want to leave them in suspense?
I want to just confirm something, and perhaps I'll be wrong. However, I'm very happy with both of those things. I want to point out something that may shock or just anyway. So these are my notes. There are many examples on the Discord of close-ups of my notes. I have famously pretty horrific handwriting. However, I want to try to point out to Aragorn here. There's little. I'm not tearing them. They're folding because this notebook has little like
Finger divots, yeah.
divots to separate
divots.
connections. What do you call them?
Is it on the front cover? Do they have like a little indicator that it exists? No.
Kind
They-
of.
Oh
It's
yeah,
just
there's little
it's
colors.
down here, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can kind of flip to a page. Dividers, that's the word.
Yeah.
It's because it's a 5-subject notebook.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there's enough holes in there so that you can get to each subject, but you've been using it all the way
Just
through the notebook.
This subject is the Joric subject.
I have very
this is
specifically
Dante.
been using, I think, sorry, I'm just going to check here. Yeah, Montreal by Moonlight was at the beginning. Before that was CT Riverwild. And then, yeah, I have notes for other projects I'm working on scattered throughout.
No,
Yeah, I take a
Avatar would have been
photo of
before.
Page.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
Avatar
But maybe
was
you use a
we had
different
immediately before.
notebook.
Yes, you're right. And yet... Oh, yeah, no, I see Takata. You're right. Yep. I thought I saw a title that was CT Riverwild.
That's fair.
Put like ace.
This one here?
So it is a code. I mean, in a way. Yeah, I mean, if you want.
Secrets revealed.
So what's going on
Oh,
this week?
the goals are at the top. It's totally fine. What's going on this week? I stream on Tuesdays at 1800. I stream in character. We actually had a little conversation right before stream about a couple of upcoming games that I'm really excited to get to. But first, we have to see how Triple H Studios turns out. That's H. Horatio Humphreyson's Golden Era Hollywood studio. Hollywood Animal has been really fun so far. Aragorn's our CFO. Sorry, legal. You're in legal. We had some screenwriters. We're gonna get some movies off the ground, guys. If you like movies, so much racism. Yikes. Yeah, just pop on over. We're doing some more Hollywood Animal on Tuesday evening.
An upcoming release from Nintendo, the Nintendo World Championships NES edition.
Yes, that's right.
It's coming out very soon, which is basically like do speed runs in NES games, and I'm like, oh wow, they made a game for me.
Yes.
So that's not this week. I think it will be out. If not next week, it will be out by the week after. I think it's July 18th. That's the release date. So there will be some scrub checks returning, but that won't be this week.
Well, Friday, we're gonna be starting Cyberpunk. We might spend the first 10 minutes of the stream showing everyone Punchy's brand new penthouse in Starfield. We'll see. But then we'll be starting a new game.
Yay! Yeah, Cyberpunk.
New
2077.
Horizons,
That's right.
but
New-
not
but not
the video,
actually,
not
nothing
Bad New
Horizons.
Horizons.
just.
Can you
Cyber-
imagine that that's what you do? You just start a new Horizons game?
Boo, boo, boo.
BRB,
Yeah,
new stream.
and yes, we're just needs to see fantastic. Saturday, we should have our regular streams as well.
That's right,
I'll be
Drew.
doing. I've got a stream at 11 a.m. Eastern. I play Arkham Horror, the card game. There will be a special guest on my stream on Saturday, and as we do a new little side scenario, going to Egypt. If you like Egypt and horror and card games, anyway, come on by. It's a good time.
Then we're reading more Haunted Bridge. Drew Crew, 3 p.m.
That book's twisted.
Yes, it is. It's
Love it.
incredible. I love it.
Do you like golf? Not anymore.
Well, not anymore.
Fuck this book.
Do you like bridges? Not
Not
anymore.
anymore.
How about
Yeah.
gardening? Fuck you. Yeah.
So many bogeys.
Yeah, basically.
And then next Sunday, we will be back here, same time, same channel. Montreal, my Moonlight. Ow.
Woo.
I did not use my usual phrasing.
But hey, big ups to everybody who's here today. I know we had a few new folks joining us. Thank you all so much. And there were subs and a big donation as well. Like, thank you guys. Your support means a lot to us all. Yeah, Autumn, there you are. Hello.
If this was your first time being here live, let us know in the Discord how it was. If you haven't yet joined us live, just join us live. I
you
know
can.
it seems counterintuitive. You're way... I personally believe, you might disagree, but I personally believe that you're way better off being spoiled and being live if you can than insisting that you have to catch up before you make it live. It's happened too many times for people who have been like, I keep wanting to be live, but then they can't catch up and they fall behind, they fall behind, and they fall behind. And you're better off just ripping that band-aid. folks.
Being here.
I don't know if Aragorn or Kung Fu Fenders would rip a band-aid off for you, but they'll certainly mod a channel like whoa, so
Hey.
thanks so much for that. For now, I think. Ost, yeah, if we don't know who you are,
Yeah. Let us know. At
let
least.
us know.
Then we can connect.
You're like,
with
I'm
you.
actually Aragwen on the Discord. You're like, oh.
Oh.
Mind blown. That would be really Yeah, please do.
It's okay. I'm going that way. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.